Yo. Yep. Okay, I'll be there.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's.
Fans across Newfoundland and Labrador and watching worldwide on the Rogers TV Facebook page. Welcome to tonight's Newfoundland Growlers broadcast at the CBS Arena with the Worcester Railers in town. I'm Bill Hart along with Ben Dropkick Murphy.
Thanks for having me again, Bill. Happy to be here.
And of course tonight's going to be a very special night for the fans because we just saw them ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, Buddy the Muffin is back in the building.
He's back. And you can tell he got a pretty warm reception there, Bill, when he took the ice before the Growlers.
That's right, that's right. So it's going to be a fun game tonight. We've got the Newfoundland Growlers atop of the North Division with a 6-1 record. At the very bottom of that North Division are the opponents tonight, the Worcester Railers, who are, I believe, 1-5. Only one win so far this season.
Yeah, 1-4-0 so far on the season, Bill, and they've only had one player on this team who has scored more than one goal so far this season, and that's Nolan Vesey. He's actually the brother of Jimmy Vesey of the NHL, yeah. Jimmy Vesey, of course, played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, now plays for the New Jersey Devils. His brother Nolan actually drafted by the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Railers are going to look for him to make an impact, but the Growlers are going to look to step on the throats of this Worcester Railers team that, as you said, has been slow out of the gate so far this season. A 1-4-0 record. They're sitting in the basement of the North Division. If the Growlers can get one early, they'll score often and hopefully put this one away early.
All right, we're going to go to the national anthems now as the broadcast continues here on Rogers TV.
And honorary colonel for the 37th Signal Regiment. He served 40 years in Regular Corps. Mr. Miller has also received the Order of Newfoundland and Labrador for volunteer work and chair of the Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Canadian Armed Forces bravely commit their lives to fighting for the freedoms we enjoy today. To acknowledge the sacrifice of the many who have fallen in the service of their country, and to celebrate the courage of those who still serve, we would like to invite all members, active and veteran, of the Canadian Armed Forces to please stand for a moment of recognition. Thank you for your service. If you are able, and remove your hats for a moment of silence as we honor those who have sacrificed for our freedoms. Fans, please remain standing if you are able and join Corporal Stephanie Fury from the Royal Newfoundland Regiment in the performance of our national anthems.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous Arena on this Friday night, where your Newfoundland Growlers look to put together back-to-back wins, 3 out of 4 maybe here at home, as they take on the Worcester Railers. Here is tonight's starting lineup. I don't want to miss are we doing the odor? Nah, the boys hung around on the blue line just long enough to freak me out. Here's tonight's starting lineup for your Newfoundland Growlers. Number 34, Evan Cormier gets the start, his 4th of the season for Newfoundland. On the blue line in front of him to start us off, number 5, Brennan Kapchek. He'll play alongside number 7, Matteo Pietranero. And up front, number 29, Oren Centazzo will man the left-hand side. At center is Ryan Schazowski, and to his right is number 20, Isaac Johnson. The opposition goal is number 35, Ken Appleby, posting an 0-2 record of 301 goals against average and an .885 saves percentage. Tonight's referee is Morgan McPhee. The linesmen are Mark Tay and Brian Lambert. And I'm Chris Ballard. She's Kellyanne Roberts. We are so grateful to have you on board for this one tonight on Rogers and on the Growlers Broadcast Network on Mixler.com. This game is underway and the Growlers win that opening draw as Schazowski plays it back in his own zone. There's Pietranero, the left-handed defenseman, plays it ahead. Kapchek hits the line. That one is sent in deep. Into the corner, the Growlers pull it away easily. Trying to center it there was Schazowski. That one misconnected. He'll give chase in the corner, and away come the Worcester Railers. There's assistant captain Mike Cornell. Now it's almost a 2-on-1. And now a quick rush back the other way is chipped in deep by Schazowski. Giving chase is Marcus Power. Puck knocked away from him. And it lands. And there's John Fergelli. You know who he is, because he has maybe the best head of hockey hair I have ever seen.
It's long.
Full marks to Mr. Fergelli as Zach O'Brien steals, plays down in the right wing corner for Riley McCourt. McCourt up top for O'Brien, a try and a big glove save made. Knocked out of midair by Appleby, and the play goes right back the other way off the glass. And Trent Bork making his Growlers season debut. Really, it's his entire season debut. He was with the Moose, but was unable to get into a game in Manitoba. This is his first game of the season as well. Here come the Railers, a $1:20 gone here as Adams gets by his man and rolls it in deep. Tristan Pomerleau activates, one touched free, and away come the Growlers. There's Brendan Susie, scored his first Growler goal last weekend. It was an empty netter, but it counts. As the Railers, the hit behind the play, try to move it back. Adams has a hard time with James Melindy, throws it behind the net. Collected back up by Smotherman behind the net. The Railers come away with it. That's Rapace trying to stuff it inside door. And down with that one is Evan Cormier, no harm done.
No, great job by the Growlers there, coming out hard to begin with, trying to get it, move the cycle down low there in the Railers zone. Not quite working. Railers doing a good job at really trying to make some quick center ice plays there, but the Growlers had a few opportunities. I think the big thing you're going to see tonight, especially from Zach O'Brien, is going to be shooting a lot more on net. He typically tees up his teammates. I think tonight we're going to see him teeing up.
I hope you're right. Face off to the right of Cormier, one back into the corner by Newfoundland, 2 for 2 in the face off in the early stages. As former South Carolina Stingray defender Zach Malatesta plays it across and ahead. Brendan Kapchek's got to hurry. He's in a foot race down there with Felix Bebo, and it's going to be pulled away by Bebo in the corner, trying to recover it, and successful in doing so was Kapchek, leaving it for Isaac Johnson. Flipped ahead, too far for Centazzo, stolen away by Malatesta into the high slot. Bebo would drive, and that stopped and held by Cormier. You don't mind seeing a couple shots in on your goaltender in the first 2 to 3 minutes. I mean, he looks warmed up and ready to go, does Evan Cormier.
Oh, absolutely. You'd rather see it now than in the later half of this period. But, you know, the Railers really doing a good job at coming out here with the big pep in their step. They're really looking for that second win of the season, and, you know, they're hungry for it. Growlers really can't sit back here.
A pair of number 16s on the face-off. That's Nathan Knoll winning it back and setting his man ahead. That's Marcus Power. Crisscrosses with Zach O'Brien, who cuts into the left wing side. O'Brien dances by his man, trying to center it there again for Marcus. That got broken up, and away come the Railers back the other way. That's Grant Josevic sending that one in deep, giving chase. Riley McCourt, oh, he's down in a heap behind the goal. He'll pop back, oh, he might be hurt. Oh boy, Riley McCourt is having some trouble getting off the ice. Well, we'll keep an eye on that situation for you as Matteo Pietranero He's already got a goal for the Growlers on the road. This is his first home game. Played in deep by Marcus Power. The goaltender almost misplayed that. I think he had a bit of trouble trying to track Marcus, and I think going down the hallway, am I not mistaken, is Riley McCord?
You would be correct.
Seems like he was hopping.
Hopping
Perhaps
on his
it was
right
lower
leg
body.
there. I think not putting too much pressure on his left leg.
Well, the Growlers already kind of short-handed for this one. Never a good sign there, especially since he's going to be that extra kind of rover type player. Could play up, could play down, according to Marcus Power. So we'll have to wait and see. Stolen away by Newfoundland inside their own zone. And there's that third line of Gordy Green playing it ahead for Susie, just too far in front of him. That'll be an icing as Miles McGurty comes back to touch it up.
Growlers lucky that they dressed the 7D here, but you know, for Garrett Johnston, that's going to be a tough one, considering that you really haven't had much of a taste of the season yet, and looking like you're going to be rolling through with the 6D just seemingly as the court would have been right now. Of course, that could change, but looking like the court's still not back on the bench.
Back to the right of Cormier we go, Skirving on the draw. One back this time by Worcester. Malatesta leaves it alongside. There's a shot by Christensen that's reeled in easily by Cormier with 16:20 remaining here in the opening period.
Growlers really letting that high opportunities happen for the Railers here. We're seeing, especially off the face-off, really hard to get that jump out, but right idea by the Railers to try to move it back, get a quick shot on net, some bodies in front.
They got some heavy shots, though, on this Worcester squad. They have former Ice Cap Mike Cornell. And if I remember anything about his short tenure in St. John's, is that he is an absolute rocket from the back end. Plus, he's tough as nails. He could be, keep an eye on him and James Melindy if they happen to cross paths. And there is Garrett Johnston. His first shift of this season was a tape-to-tape pass to Brendan Susie. Dangerous play behind Appleby. He's lost his goal stick. Puck loose, taken by the defense of the Adirondack Thunder. See what I did there? Too many consecutive games. That was Malatesta. And it'll be cleared in by Worcester. Behind the net goes Cormier. He'll leave it for Garrett Johnston. Johnston ahead. Beautiful pass for Isaac Johnson. Oren Centazzo forced to play it back and across. That's Pietronero. Tape to tape. Centazzo up for Johnson. He'll let it fly. It's off the stick of Spetz and out of play. 15:26 to go here in the first. Still no score. Shots are 2-1. Worcester.
Interesting down low there when Appleby lost his stick. Usually you see your defenseman cough one up right away. The
puck
goaltender's the last
right to
one.
him.
Yeah, the last one you really want to see without a stick out there, but not having a trouble getting it after, but having to leave his net to do so, always risky.
Hayhurst wins that draw back for Worcester as Mike Cornell, their former captain. I wonder if anything happened there. No longer wearing the C, but an A. And Schazowski now 7 points among the rookie leaders in the ECHL. And I got to give a shout out on the Mixler chat to Logano 22 Foley saying Johnson, Johnston, and Johnstone. Crazy confusion. That's what we have to deal with. You're absolutely right. It's crazy. I thought it was bad enough we had two Bradleys, Matt and Trey Bradley. Dean McDonald, of course. Pre-game ritual to come in and say hello to the broadcasters. Wasn't going to forget. There's an opportunity for Bork. That one, a bit of a tiddlywink over the cage there. Another try. That one blocked. A nice heavy shot by Centazzo. And what a play by Oren Centazzo to knock that one out of midair, forcing the Railers to dump it in. Behind the net is Trent Bork starting it ahead. The lefty played it through the middle of the ice. Pushed ahead by Centazzo and left back to the line. Beautiful move by Schazowski, trying to bully his way into the offensive zone. That's going to be ripped away. And back come the Railers. They'll clear the zone. Right into the catching mitt of Cormier. He'll leave it aside in the corner. Bork swiftly across behind the cage for Melindy. He'll look up ice. Into the skates of O'Brien. He couldn't reel it in. Rapace turns it back. Almost picking his pocket there was Marcus Power. Great defensive effort there. Melindy recovers in his own zone. Melindy, he's being pressured down there by Smotherman in the corner. The Railers trying to work it free. It rolls out of a scrum, taken and sent up top. There's the drive. What a big fella that is. Connor McCarthy, and now a steal. O'Brien's got Nathan Knoll with him. O'Brien turns on the brakes. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a move. And unable to tuck that one home was Nathan Knoll. I don't think he was expecting the pass.
What a beautiful move by Zach O'Brien there. Really not panicked at all.
O'Brien gets another try, cuts in wide, tries his shot. It's off the stick and behind the cage it goes. Big hit thrown by Nathan Knoll. Comes to the line, held by Pietronero. He'll walk the line, sending it for Kapchak. Kapchek, what a play, trying to wrap it around out the other side, and Marcus Power couldn't pull the trigger either.
Kapchek thinking that one was gone in.
Big hit by Nathan Knoll there as Bebo hits the line and dumps it in off the end boards, collected in by Kapchek. Behind the net, turned over, out in front, Cormier! Two big saves that may have hit the goal post, it's down! Everyone's loose, the net was off its pegs and they score! What is happening?
Looks like the ref is calling the no goal. The net was definitely off. Yeah.
Clearly the net was off. It had been off though for 30 seconds, not 30. I'm being, okay, I'll own that. I was definitely being.
But definitely long enough for the ref to have blown that down. But I don't think it was Cormier that put the net off either. Looking like whether it was a Growler or a Railer that came into it, and just so many bodies in front.
I keep looking at the scoreboard, at the score clock, thinking I'm going to see a replay, but unfortunately, that is not going to be the case here. I mean, this should be a very short discussion by the officiating staff. There's no way
they didn't even call it a goal on the ice to begin with, so not like they have to reverse a decision here.
And here's something I've clued in on. You can almost always tell how it's going to go by who the referee is actually speaking to. Skirving is in this mix as well, talking to the officials, but they are talking to Smotherman, explaining why he's about to be disappointed.
Yeah, and I think, Growler's kind of getting away with one here.
Oh, yeah.
They got really lucky there, and not because, the Railers were out of position or anything. They made a textbook play there, a missed pass behind the net by the Growlers, and then pulled the opportunity, had a guy sitting out front alone. Another opportunity after the rebound, looking like it went off the back of Cormier, but he was luckily that didn't cross the line. So face-off now happening. I think one of those
hit the post here because I saw the puck go into that free space behind Cormier and somehow stay out. Now this is kind of interesting because the Growlers are set up in their own zone and the Railers are hovering around center right. This is a tactic,
This is a tactic. I had a coach that used to do this. He said, no matter what the call is, if you think it's a goal, you line up at center ice. And you stay there until the whistle is gone and they are forcing you to go down for that face-off. But looking like
they are forcing the Railers down. I think they're taking a timeout, actually.
Timeout right now. Interesting, I just saw Riley McCourt come up the tunnel, but also go back down it. So maybe he got excited there as well, had a peek out, but he seemed to be limping a little bit. He's coming back up the tunnel there now.
Seems like everyone is counting steps these days. Some just count more than others.
Welcome back. A couple of great scoring chances for both sides. Of course, that goal disallowed for obvious reasons.
Yeah, another case where we're seeing the net come off here in the Growler zone. We saw it a lot last weekend, Bill, and we're seeing it already here tonight. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this figured out because, like you said just before we sat down, that we're going to see a good goal waved off soon because of these nets and this peg issue. So hopefully that can get sorted out soon. They do seem to be working on it just behind us there.
All right, we are scoreless in the first. Back to Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts on Rogers TV.
Don't get me wrong, he looks incredible with all of these moves, but he could have maybe a goal, 2, 3 if he, let him fly. But hey, what do we know?
We're up here, they're down there.
That's right. Face-off coming up inside the Newfoundland zone, so no goal is the official call on the ice. To the right of Cormier we go. Skirving on the draw against Hayhurst. A couple of Ontario boys. Hayhurst from Mississauga, just west of Toronto, and Skirving, of course, from Thunder Bay, Ontario. Played away, Susie gets control. Calling for it is Gordy Green, and he almost able to reel that in. But it was taken away by Worcester, and they'll move it up ice on the right wing side with some speed. In comes Thompson. That's blocked away. No shot. Behind the net. Following up with that one is Hayhurst. Hayhurst tries to get out in front. There's Thompson. They score off a shin pad and in. Redirected in the slot. It's 1-0 Worcester, just the second time this season the Growlers have allowed the first goal against.
Great idea by Thompson there as well. Keeping that shot low. You're not looking to go up high when you've got bodies in front. You're looking to get something that's going to go down low, get redirected. Yes. It's just above the height of the pad, so smart move on his behalf. Great.
Absolutely. 12:45 to go here in the first period. 5-3 are the shots in favor of Worcester, and it's Worcester drawing first blood. And that ends up out of play right off the face-off. I keep marveling at this defender for Worcester, number 13, Connor McCarthy, from LaSalle, Quebec. 6'7", 238 pounds. That's a lot of defensemen.
I was looking at
Fergelli here.
yeah, the hair.
Hard to miss that pair on the back end. There's Fergelli, looked up ice, missed his target, but it bounces in on Cormier. He'll play it away himself. Turned it over though. Played back behind the net. Riley McCourt back out onto the ice. You love to see it. Isaac Johnson flings it toward the middle. Centazzo collects. Tried to thread it back toward the middle. That's blocked away, but look at Ryan Schazowski on the backhand there to reel it in. Slams on the brakes and finds McCourt up top. Lets it fly, and Ken Appleby hangs onto that one with 12:07 left in the first.
Good sign to see McCourt out there really getting his feet wet again here. He's going for a quick change, but getting a shot off from the point there. No traffic in front, but right idea. Growlers really need to start pretty well peppering Appleby.
Feels like they haven't, I would say the possession numbers favor Worcester at the moment. I feel like they've had a little, at least the last few minutes, a little more action down in the Newfoundland zone. But right now, the Growlers still don't have possession. As trying to skate away, they're going to steal that one as Nathan Knoll turns it in, absorbed almost a double check there from a couple of Worcester players. And he'll slam a couple in his own right down in the right wing corner as he tries to free the puck back up, and he will. To the point, there's Kapchuk. There's a rocket, that one again. You gotta take away the eyes of Ken Appleby. He saw it right into his catching mitt. And now some pushing and shoving in the left wing corner. It looks like Nathan Knoll has picked his target for the day, and it might be Zach Malatesta.
Those Newfoundlanders, they get under your skin, don't they? Or they can. I should say, we're both them, so we wouldn't know.
That's right.
Great move by Kapchuk, pulling that along the point there. If he had to delay, if he could have another 5 seconds, might have had a few more bodies in front, but with a Railer coming up on top there, best to get that shot off.
Face off inside the offensive zone. Nathan Knoll unable to pull that one away. It's going to be gloved down by Rapace. And away come the Railers. They'll send it in deep. Oh, look at that. The little hold there. Smotherman all over his man Pietronero, but back come the Growlers. No, that pass stolen away. And the Railers settle inside their own zone. Malatesta across from McGurty. He'll hit the line into the air and bouncing one down in the offensive zone. Kapchuk the first one back, had to play it away quickly. A dangerous play there. A couple of tries. It took Matteo Pietronero to advance that one, and that kept in and flung on goal by Hayhurst. That's blockered away by Cormier. This is what I mean, a bit of a frantic start here for Newfoundland. Trailing Worcester 1-0 as we approach the 9-minute mark of this one. Hayhurst back in his own zone. That's sent across. Spets turned over, and in comes Kapchuk down the left-hand side. There's a try for Susi off a stick. And out of play, 6-5 are the shots in favor of the visiting Railers, who are up by a goal, 1-0.
Hayhurst, a player that you really need to watch for there for the Railers, considering he's shooting 10%, but he's also leading the team in points. And so one of their top 5 to watch out for. He's got 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points of the season so far in just 5 games played. This will be a good play for you.
Face off to the right of Appleby, Skirving on the draw. In his skates right back to Malindi. To the point. Malindi gets it back from Pomerleau in on goal, and again, an easy save made by Appleby.
Growlers generating a lot of shots on top here. Not really trying to look to move the puck down low a whole lot just yet. Looks like they're just trying to get one on the scoreboard here. We've almost at the halfway point for the first period, and the Growlers, kind of unusual to see them go this long without a goal in the first period.
Go this long without a goal, period.
Yeah, that's it.
Face off to the left of Appleby again. Shots are 6 apiece here. Paul Thompson with the opening goal of the game for the Railers, and it's helped back to the line. There's Malindi along the boards for Susi. He's knocked off the puck. It's collected back up by Adams, trying to get out with it. Off a stick, VC can't hang on to it. Gordy Green trying to get that puck, maybe interfered with there. Play resumes as VC. He's tied up by Susi. Susi may have taken a bit of an elbow there as well. You can see the head throw back as Worcester manages to get it inside their own zone. 1 touch to head, and now that's going to be collected in by VC down the left wing. Malindi rubs him off the puck. He'll get to it first as it rolls. Oh, and a dangerous play by Malindi. Fergelli holds the line into the right wing corner. Centering effort there off the outside of the cage. Chasing down his man in the corner is Pomerleau, but McCarthy gets it up top. His shot redirected wide. Off the end boards and taken. Into the right wing, a scrum, loose behind the net. Gordy Green jumps in to help. He avoids a check there from Smotherman and hands it across for Pomerleau. Pomerleau swings back in his own zone and starts up ice himself. Hands it off to Skirving. He'll try to hit center and get rid of this one. He's bounced away by his man, and now Fergelli jumps into the play, sporting an old school Jaromir Jagr-esque haircut, as that one is stopped and held by Cormier. The Growlers on their heels a lot more than I expected in the early stages against this Worcester squad.
Oh, absolutely. You expected a lot more offense from the Growlers here, especially with the way they were playing last week, especially Friday and Sunday. This team really knowing how to use their speed, change gears, and make those crisp, quick passes, and we're not seeing a lot of that right now. Chris, usually we would see a lot more of this down low, a lot more offense from the Growlers. However, the Railers kind of bringing it to them.
Another shot, a quick one right off the draw, is held by Cormier. So this is kind of what I feared a little bit, was that Worcester, they're going to come to play, and all it takes is them to play the desperate brand of hockey that they're absolutely going to come with. That one blocked in front. The Growlers pull it away. There's Bork. Bottom out passing. Throws it off the boards and chipped in by Johnson. Giving chase to Centazzo. He'll bounce his man off the puck. Puck still loose. To the line, it gets out to center. Garrett Johnston unable to hold that one in. Bork gets control and sends it in. Everyone's on side. Centazzo fighting for it along the left wing boards, but it's Worcester pulling it away, putting it in on Appleby. He had to juke his way around Isaac Johnson down there, as Schazowski works it up top for Garrett Johnston. There's a shot! What a play! A one-timer from Bork, redirected near perfectly by Isaac Johnson. Just missed the top corner.
Great idea by Johnson there to have a stick on the ice. I think that's what they always tell you, but really, really good opportunity.
There's Trent Bork behind the net, trying to get it free, and he will. Nice play. Bork in the corner, pulls it off the end boards and sends a beautiful pass ahead. Centazzo leaves it for Isaac Johnson. Into the long shift. He'll wait for a few new bodies. And that one got between the legs of Riley McCourt. He'll backpedal just inside his own zone, but away comes Pietranero. Up on the left wing side is O'Brien. Shifts to the middle. Cuts wide right. O'Brien in front. Redirected over the cage again. They're going to get their chances, Kellyanne.
It's coming.
Across to Pietranero. He's got a short-handed goal already this season. His shot blocked. Marcus Power trying to box out his man, and he'll come away with the puck. Spins his man inside out. His shot was blocked. Held at the line, and O'Brien works it down low. Marcus Power steals. Centers out in front. They score!
I didn't see
It's
what
a
happened.
textbook. No, Nathan Knoll getting that one there, right on his stick. Quick redirect with a quick shot off. Right idea, getting that on the low blocker side of Appleby right below it. But textbook play. Marcus Power not giving up on that puck down low would really change the point of possession there for the Growlers, and making no mistake that goal was coming.
I didn't know if that was Nate or Zach O'Brien. They were spinning and twirling their way all over. But nonetheless, what a goal for Nathan Knoll, his first as a Growler. And it is a 1-1 game, and you could feel that coming.
Oh, absolutely.
A couple of those redirections were next level, barely missed, and Nathan Knoll's not going to miss from where he just was. Here's the goal call. Listen to that. Doesn't that bring a smile to your face?
With the Newfoundland lines out there, they grind.
Another try in front. Gordy Green on the doorstep, and Knoll from O'Brien and Power. I mean, come on. Is that not the coolest thing?
To open the scoring for the Growlers, absolutely. Absolutely. And it was a beautiful, beautiful goal, too. I mean, down low pass from out front. Down low pass from out front. Nathan Knoll, I don't know if it was on his stick for more than 2 seconds before he put that one away.
Face off to the right of Ken Appleby. One back by Newfoundland. High slot. Gordy Green, his pass stolen. And Brendan Kapchek, nice little stick check there to prevent an opportunity back the other way. Behind the net, battle. Callan has his man Pomerleau pinned to the ice. Kapchek comes away with it. Trying to chip it free of the Growlers. They will clear the zone. 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Comes to the line, Gordy Green unable to hold that. Bebo plays it ahead, but Rapace lost it in his skates. He's forced to clear the zone in onside McGurty. That stick checked away by Ryan Schazowski, but he had his pocket picked, and Rapace fires just wide.
I think Cormier really looking for that one, too.
Melindy lost sight of that behind the net. Nice play to keep it away from Rapace. And another turnover, Melindy, and a bailing him out there is Cormier. What a save.
The second time Melindy's thrown that one up the middle of the ice, and it's terrifying me.
That's twice. Into the corner. Melindy looking to steal this one away. He'll pull it away in his own zone. Behind the net, James. Plays it across. And Bork spins it back for Melindy. Melindy has the poke check it free and a turnover. And luckily stolen away by Gordy Green. And there is Trent Bork leaving it behind his own net, skating back forward to Centazzo. Held into the line by Adams. He'll roll it down low right onto the tape of Centazzo. Behind the net, Riley McCourt able to steal this one away, and he spies Centazzo skating ahead. Elected to go with the easier pass. That's touched in deep by Johnson into the catching glove of Appleby, and he's going to force him to hang on with 5:38 remaining. And I see a few of you on the Mixler chat saying the audio quality is maybe failing. We are going to get a look into that. Eventually, we are running some.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kellyanne. It's Bill Hart, and of course, Ben Dropkick Murphy here. We're even at 1. What are you liking so far about this game?
It's been a really back and forth game so far, Bill. We're seeing lots of scoring chances from both sides. Both sides able to get on the board now after that beautiful one-timer goal from Nathan Knoll. We've been talking about it for quite a while. It was only a matter of time before we saw these three click. That's Nathan Knoll, Zach O'Brien, and Marcus Power, all from here in the St. John's area, and they connected for a beautiful goal. Nathan Knoll's first of the period, one the Growlers really needed to get their legs in under them, and it should be a great finish to the rest of this first period.
We mentioned at the top of the show, the Newfoundland Growlers are first place in the North Division. Worcester down at the bottom with only one win. And how much would it do for the confidence of this Railers team for a win against Newfoundland in their home rink?
Absolutely, Bill. And then, of course, especially to get one on a Friday night to kick off this away series here in CBS, that would be huge for this Railers team to get a boost of confidence, a boost of energy going into Saturday night, and then, of course, the matinee game on Sunday afternoon.
All right, I'm going to throw it back to Chris and Kellyanne on Rogers TV.
Then, if the audio gets better, I will make a change. Face-off coming up to the left of Ken Appleby, who is a little bit familiar with Growlers head coach Eric Wellwood. The pair won a Memorial Cup together when Welly was the assistant coach of the Oshawa Generals. There you go. He was their starting goaltender, and I remember I was living in Ontario at that time. I was always a big junior hockey fan, and I remember me and my wife driving across the GTA to go and watch Oshawa play because they were hosting the Mem Cup that year. It was a team worth watching. They were an absolute
junior
wagon.
Hockey is just, I think it's a little underrated, but it's such good hockey.
Played down low by Riley McCourt. Throwing bodies down there is Nathan Knoll. Look at him. I love when Nate turns around and spins his way into chirping guys. Never misses a stride.
Probably taking some lessons from James Melindy.
Not a bad guy to take lessons from in the trash talking department.
That's just getting under someone's skin. I mean, you're able to draw penalties. It's ideal for the team.
Riley McCourt in his own zone. Hands it off on the right wing side to tonight's Newfoundland goal scorer. Cleared in deep by Nathan Knoll. Behind the net, Knoll. Big hit thrown there, trying to free up the loose puck behind the net. It's going to come to the line. It'll be skated away. Here come the Railers trying to get in over the line. That's going to be ripped free, and now Kapchek. His pass towards center for Marcus Power. Power had it stolen, and in comes Drew Callan. On the right wing side, gets around Garrett Johnston. 2 tries, and he can't beat Cormier.
Marcus Power on the hustle back there doing the right thing and picking up a man on his way back. That first forward back, that's really key, especially when you know you've got a defenseman who just blew a tire and he's gone down. And so Johnson really doing his best to pick up the man coming in with the puck, but it's that far pad rebound that really is key to watch for, because that's where you tend to see that second, third goal sneak in on you.
Face off to the left of Cormier. 4:36 to go here in the opening period. Face off won by Newfoundland. There's Pomerleau. Looks up ice, skates it himself. Hits center ice off the stick of Susie and in deep the left wing corner. Bobby Green centers all the way to James Melindy. Winds, fakes, goes for a skate into the right wing corner. All the way behind the net goes Melindy. Melindy looking for an open man, didn't find him, hangs onto the puck, tried to center, and it's going to be stolen away and cleared, and Brendan Susie was covering the point there for his captain, who decided to go for a jaunt.
James Melindy kind of doing what every stay-at-home defenseman does. You kind of go in, you do the wide ring around looking for that open pass.
Todd Skirving turns that one over. In onside come I keep wanting to say Thunder. 3 straight games, 4 of the first 7 against Adirondack. No, Chris, this is the Worcester Railers. And there's Oren Centazzo chipping it by his man. He'll pick it up in the left wing corner, flings it out in front for Isaac Johnston. Puck still loose and off his stick. Back into the Newfoundland zone. First man back for it is Pietro Nero. He'll roll it behind the net. Collecting it back is Trent Bork. Spins it to the line, held in. The net is knocked off by Thompson. And he's got Pietro Nero by the scruff of his jersey. Thompson was the one who knocked the net off, so I don't know why he's mad at Mateo.
And knocking it off from behind, I mean, we know these nets come off a little bit easier than most are used to, but you know, you saw it the first time and you thought you had a goal and the net had been off for, 15 seconds or so there. Really just, you're just taking an opportunity away from your team as well.
3:25 to go is where I was saying. Here in the first period, 1-1. Nathan Knowles got his first as a Growler to tie this game. He had 4 assists coming into tonight's game, did Nathan Knoll, and good to see him get rewarded with his first. Centazzo gives chase in neutral ice. The Railers bounce that one ahead. That comes out of the line. And Schazowski plays it back for Bork. Bork looks up ice. That's off his stick and travels the length of the ice. Behind the net. It'll be gathered in by Malatesta, but stolen. Poke checked away from Isaac Johnson. Trying to get it back down there. It rolls to the line, held by Schazowski. He's knocked down, trying to play it from his stomach. Great effort, but he came up empty-handed. Under 3 minutes to go. Johnson tried to get it across to Marcus Power. Oh, and Isaac Johnson, what a play. Absorbed a check and deked his way around Christensen. On the right wing side, Johnson in a 1-on-2 rush. Wide right, tried a shot off a leg wide. Nice effort there at the end of a long shift for Johnson. The line is held, but now McCourt had it stolen. He'll backpedal into his own zone as VC tries to get in, but that's off his stick. Cormier showing some nice stick handling chops there. The Growlers can't get it out. Down low behind the net, VC gives chase for Worcester. Played up top, held at the line. Cornell fakes, fires. That's swept away by O'Brien and Zach. Oh boy, a turnover in front. VC side door, trying to center. It's stolen by O'Brien in a 1-on-2 rush. He's got Noel with him. O'Brien holds on the right wing side, holds, fires. Trying to go low on Appleby, and he will hang on. 1:54 to go, 10 apiece are the shots, and 1 apiece are the goals. Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts live from Conception Bay South Arena.
Zach O'Brien noticing that the Railers were particularly taking a lot of shots from the point, trying to get those rebound opportunities. Cormier not giving them up, but in doing that, he decides to hang out a little bit higher there, trying to pull those defensemen out, and that's why we saw that opportunity come for the Growlers, for him to get low, get the shot, and now have this face-off to the glove side of Appleby.
Todd Skirving on the draw. He's out with Susie, Green, Johnston, and Pomerleau. That one back by Worcester. They'll advance it ahead. Rapace hands off for Callan. That comes rink wide, and Brendan Susie, one hand on the stick, gets the job done and clears it to center ice. Sent Indy. Cormier's there, left that puck behind. Hopped over the stick of Garrett Johnston, and now loose behind the net come the Railers. Pomerleau, a nice square check right across the crest. There's his shot, Spence, redirected, score. Caught in no man's land, I think, there a little bit was Cormier. Nice play by Worcester, so with $1:25 to go in the first, make it 2-1 Railers nearing the end of this opening frame.
Cormier had that rebound there too. It was between his pad and the stick, and he just, as he's trying to bring it in, the Railers not letting that opportunity go, pulling that out and putting it home as Cormier was out of his crease, so fair amount of net behind him.
Looking to get that back is Schazowski at center. He's got Isaac Johnson and Oren Centazzo with him, with the face-off one back by Worcester. And cleared in deep off his stick, so no icing. Cormier comes out to play it. Into the corner, Bork turned over. That one fired over the cage. Off the end boards, and Isaac Johnson off a body and out to center. Centazzo looking to track it down. Melindy ahead for Isaac Johnston. He was stick checked, and it comes back to center. Schazowski back for Bork. 1 minute to go here in the opening period as Bork flipped ahead for Schazowski. Schazowski left wing side, curls and fires. That one wide of the cage. Chipped away toward the line. Melindy holds it in. Pass for Centazzo along the right wing boards. He's rocked by Adams. Right wing corner. Isaac Johnston looking to free it away. 40 seconds to go in the period. Melindy across to Bork, trying to feed it through. That one blocked, but Bork gets it back. Bork in toward the cage, off a body, loose in the slot, still loose, and it gets by Centazzo. Back to center. 25 seconds to go in the period. 12-10 of the shots for Worcester. There's Bork. Keeps it away from Smotherman in his own zone. Now for Kapchek. Kapchek, nice move around his man Bebo. Great pass down the left-hand side to Power. 10 seconds to go. Bouncing pass across. Noel couldn't get it. Back to the line. A redirect loose in front of the cage. Kapchek holds, but I think the Growlers are going to run out of time, so a late first period goal gives Worcester the 2-1 edge after 20 minutes of action. Shots for 12-10. Send us to break, Kellyanne. What are your final thoughts of the opening period?
A lot of good back and forth hockey there. I think the Growlers not expecting this hunger from the Railers that we've seen so far tonight. The Railers really taking a lot of opportunity to put the pressure on, not only taking their body, but the speed to the Growlers as well as they're moving that puck around, taking a lot of shots from outside and from up top, but then capitalizing on those rebounds and those opportunities in front, using a lot of congestion down there. Well, that's how we saw both goals happen, and that one that was called a no goal to begin with, but a lot of bodies in front. Growlers going to have to look to clear that out.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kellyanne. Welcome to the first intermission on Rogers TV. Bill Hart, Ben Murphy with you. The Worcester Railers up 2-1. Worcester out shooting Newfoundland 12-10 in that first period of play. Boy, oh boy, you know, look, we mentioned this during our last TV timeout. What a better way for Worcester to turn things around. They're last place in the North with only one win, but boy, they want to win tonight, and it could really set things right.
Yeah, they really looked good in that first period, Bill. We saw a lot of back and forth, which is pretty typical in the first period of this opening night of a 3-game set. Give the teams a little bit of time to feel each other out. But this Worcester team has looked good. They look motivated. They look energized, getting lots of chances in and around the Growlers' net. Really swarming Evan Cormier. He didn't have much of a chance there on that second goal. A tough one for the Growlers to give up with just 1 minute and 25 left in the first period. We know those goals can be quite deflating, but at the same time, now they have a chance to go back to the dressing room, hear what Coach Eric Wellwood has to say, regroup, and I would imagine the message in there right now is, boys, let's get back to our game. Let's start the cycle game, the speed, start playing in the offensive zone. The Growlers can outskate any team in this league.
They absolutely can. Well, let's look at some highlights here. We'll start off with the Newfoundland Growlers. A great scoring chance here.
And again, this is that tic-tac-toe line of Nathan Knowles, Zach O'Brien, and Marcus Power. I mean, you could just see that beautiful spin move from Zach O'Brien there. No surprise. We've seen that kind of stuff from him in the past. He gives a great pass over to Nathan Knowles, who just can't quite tap it in. The Growlers did get another scoring chance right thereafter, but we know what happened a little after with that line.
That's right. We want to show you a highlight. We've been complaining, well, I don't say complaining, but we've been discussing this net here on this side of the arena, how it comes off its moorings very, very easily. And you're about to see here, it costs a goal here.
Yeah, and we saw this a lot last weekend, Bill, in all 3 games, that same net coming off quite a bit. I was told from some rink management that they did some work to try to get some better pegs in there and hold those nets down. But a bit of a flurry again. The Railers team creating traffic in front of Evan Cormier. The net does end up coming off, and that was after a bit of a scramble there in front. Great effort from the Growlers defense to keep that one out. The net obviously does come off. They poke it in. That one was quickly waved off.
Now, the Railers did get on the scoreboard, though, with this one to make it 1-0.
And another good effort here. It's the Railers working the puck down low and then waiting for that opportunity to come out, and sure enough, they make it count. Bodies in front of Evan Cormier again. Not much of a chance on that one, screened in front. Really trying to work hard around to get a view around the defenseman, but that one does just squeak by to give the Railers a 1-0 lead in this one.
Yeah, we had a good vantage point for that goal. That was tipped in, changing direction mid-flight. But Newfoundland came back to tie it up with this one. Check out this.
And here we finally see the trio of Newfoundlanders come together and click. A beautiful pass there. That one goes Zach O'Brien, Marcus Power, Nathan Knoll, and in the back of the net, that's Nathan Knoll's first of the year, his first as a Newfoundland Growler, and he wasted no time rifling that one home to even this one up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, you can expect to hear those 3 names being announced for Newfoundland goals for a lot of opportunities this season.
I would imagine you'll see those 3 names on the score sheet quite a bit, and you might see Nathan Knoll's name on the penalty sheet a little bit as well. As we do know, he likes to get into those dirty areas. He likes to mix it up and get under the skin of the opposing team, and he's already been doing that tonight.
Nathan Knoll is my kind of player. Unfortunately, the Railers came back and they managed to secure that 1-goal lead again, making it 2-1 here.
Yeah, tough one to give up with just 1 minute and 25 left on the clock, Bill, like I mentioned a little earlier. But again, it's traffic in front of Evan Cormier. That's what was able to beat him last weekend with that Adirondack team. They were able to get bodies in front of him. We're seeing the same thing here tonight. I would imagine the Growlers right now in the dressing room are saying we got to take care of our own end a little bit more, and then we got to get back to our game. Their game is pushing up ice. They can play that run and gun style. We know this Growlers team is probably faster than any other team in the ECHL. When they can establish their speed, establish puck movement, the cycle game down low, things seem to click for this Growlers team, and they're going to look to even this one up early.
After 1 period of play, it's Worcester 2, the Newfoundland Growlers 1. We'll take a break here and be back as the first intermission continues on Rogers TV.
Interest payments were going up, creditors were calling. I finally realized I needed help. The people at Janes & Noseworthy really took care of me, and I'm glad I chose a local solution. I felt like they understood me better. Getting help with my debt has given me the energy, the headspace, and the time to make my dreams come true. A chance to start again with knowledge, support, and people in your corner. Are you looking for that kind of help? It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Mini Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
I can't thank people enough for donating to the War Amps.
If I could, I'd give every single donor a big hug, because things that they've allowed these kids to do are amazing.
Gives them the opportunity to experience life as everyone else would.
They can do so much. They can play musical instruments, snowboarding, play hockey, kayak, swim. There's no doors being closed to them, and I find that amazing.
It's affected my family in a way that we may never be able to thank you.
Welcome back to the first intermission. We're going to turn things over now to Brian Rogers, who earlier today had a chance to talk with the Newfoundland Growlers player with, well, definitely the best hair for sure, Oren Santazo, here on Rogers TV.
Hello, everyone. Brian Rogers with Oren Santazo, number 29 of your Newfoundland Growlers. And Oren, this will be the second weekend that your hockey club has played here in Conception Bay South on the outskirts of Metro St. John's. What's the feeling been for you guys coming out to this beautiful little rink where they've bent over backwards to take care of us?
I mean, it's been awesome. I mean, see everyone come out and be loud and have some fun and just help the boys win. Good atmosphere out here.
So you had a ton of opportunities last weekend. I know that you were born and bred a goal scorer. Will we see the real Oren Santazo put the puck in the net this weekend? No pressure.
Well, I'm hoping to. I know me and Chizer got a lot of opportunities last game and Johnny there, but I mean, they just wouldn't go in, so hopefully it's a little bit different this weekend.
Let's talk about your background. You're from Marwayne, Alberta. That's on your birth certificate. Where exactly in the great state, or not state, but province of Alberta? Well, they have that much oil. It's kind of like Texas. That's a state. Where's Marwayne in Alberta?
It's about 25 minutes northwest of Lloydminster.
Okay, so you're pretty close to the Saskatchewan border as well?
Yeah, about 20 minutes from the Saskatchewan border there.
So are you born and raised there?
I was born in Vermilion, Alberta. That's a little bit more west, but I was raised in Marwayne, yeah.
All right, so tell me, Oren, when you first started playing the greatest game in the world, hockey?
I was on skates at 2, so when I was walking, I was skating. So my dad was pretty heavy on hockey. My brother, my whole family was, so.
I guess being an Alberta boy, obviously, were the Oilers your team? And I don't like to always say they would be, because I've been wrong before.
No, they actually aren't. There
you go.
I've been a Chicago Blackhawks fan for a long time. So.
And for what reason, Oren, may I ask?
Patrick Kane is my favorite player, so.
You know, you kind of mirror Patrick Kane a little bit. I don't know if that's fair or not. I know you're an up-and-coming young player, and he's a bona fide superstar, but he got the locks going, and so do you.
Yeah, I mean, I try and model my game after his. He's really good with the puck, and he can score, so.
What about the fashion aspect of all this here? I mean, you got some good flow going, bro.
Yeah, I take fashion pretty seriously. I mean, coming to the rink in a suit, it's one of my favorite parts of the game.
He's a styling young guy, is Oren Centazzo, number 29. Oren, how would you describe yourself as a hockey player?
I would describe myself as fast, offensive mindset, good with the puck, good teammate. I mean, I like sharing it too. I like passing, getting assists, and just love to win.
You had a really, really good junior career. Tell me about that, the feeling of playing in a great, obviously location and having successful teams that help, obviously, pave the way for your path to the pros.
Yeah, for sure. I was with Everett for my first year and a half, and it was great there. I mean, great organization. Then I got traded to Kamloops, and I mean, it's called Paradise City for a reason. So, I mean, it was a blast there. Me and my line mates, I played with Zane Franklin, my cousin. He played in Allen last year.
Wow.
So, I mean, we clicked pretty good. And Connor Zari, he's with the Flames now. So, I mean, we had a pretty stacked line.
That's awesome. And Kamloops obviously has developed a lot of great hockey players. Many of them come to mind for sure. Oren, how would you describe yourself off the ice? I mean, on a daily basis. I mean, you're only a young man, but what are some of the things that you like to get involved in or do when you're not in your skates?
I like playing video games. I mean, I like playing NHL and MLB, so I mean that's one time to consume my time. But away from the rink, I mean, I like shopping. I like going out for lunch with the boys and just hanging out with the boys.
How's Newfoundland been for you so far? I mean, being an Alberta boy, there's lots of ties between Newfoundland, Labrador, and Alberta, but how's it been for you particularly?
I mean, I love it here. I mean, I was in Kamloops, so it's a little warmer, but I'm a true Alberta boy. I like the cold, so I mean, low wet, low too much rain, but I mean, I'll get used to it.
Yeah, well, listen, winter's not too far around the corner, bro. You'll get the hockey weather coming soon. And finally, I got to ask you about your summers. I understand that you're a good ball player, and you've actually suited up for our Alberta teams, and you've had the opportunity to play Newfoundland and Labrador teams. So how's that gone?
It's good. I mean, I used to be a baseball player, but I switched to fastball just this summer, playing with Team Alberta. We go to the Canada Summer Games next year in Niagara Falls. But yeah, we played Newfoundland and Saskatoon there and for Canadians, and they beat us 5-3. They're a pretty good ball team, so.
Well, maybe the Newfoundlanders will have to look at number 29, Oren Centazzo, and his Marwayne, Alberta birth certificate. They could probably use a good young shortstop like yourself. Would you play for Newfoundland?
I think I would, yeah. They're pretty good. They got purple jerseys, so I like that.
It's all about the style with number 29, Oren Centazzo. Taz, put her there, kid. Good luck and enjoy your winter here with the Newfoundland Growlers. If you're going to be anywhere, this is the best spot for you to be. You know that, eh?
Yes, for sure. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Here's Oren Centazzo. You'll come to love this little goal scorer. He's got the good flow going, too. Now let's go back to the desk.
Thank you, Brian Rogers. I have to be honest with you. When I saw the name on paper, Oren Centazzo, and I saw his flowing blonde hair, I thought, oh, Sweden. He's got to be from Sweden. Turns out he's from Marwayne, Alberta. Not even close to Sweden. And we have a guy who can really put the puck in the net. His last full season with the Kamloops Blazers of the WHL, he scored 44 times.
Oh, yeah. A real offensive threat, and we have seen that so far. He's been playing alongside of Ryan Schazowski, who has also been an offensive threat to start the season.
Oh, we got a team that's stocked with speed and size for sure, and he definitely adds to it.
Very much so. And speaking of speed and size, let's talk about Trent Bork.
Yes.
He was just reassigned from the AHL's Manitoba Moose. Bork played in 9 games with this Newfoundland Growlers team back in 2019, 2020, and he did start the season with the Growlers in the season that was, of course, canceled by the COVID-19 pandemic. He's wearing number 21 this time around instead of 18, which goes to Troy Pomerleau. Also drafted by St. Louis. He's a big body back in the Growlers' defensive zone.
Yes, he is a big boy.
And is a threat back there.
All right, we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back as the first intermission continues on Rogers TV.
It all started when I racked up some serious debt. Interest payments were going up, Creditors were calling. Janes and Noseworthy came up with a plan. Knowing that the phone was going to stop ringing and that I was not in this alone was a huge relief. Bankruptcy or a consumer proposal or whatever help you get is not the end. It's just the beginning. A chance to start again with knowledge and support and people in your corner. Are you ready? Get out of debt. It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship, but as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
All right, welcome back to the first intermission. Bill Hart along with Ben Dropkick Murphy. We are minutes away from the start of the second period. Worcester up 2-1 over the Newfoundland Growlers. Let's go to the NHL just for a brief moment. Last night, a lot of Newfoundland and Labrador pride on the go. Let's start with Dawson Mercer of the New Jersey Devils scoring again.
Yeah, and a beautiful goal at that too, Bill. He picked up a nice pass to go in on a little half breakaway and made no mistake. We've seen those quick hands from Dawson Mercer a few times now this season. That's his 4th goal on the season. He has 4 assists to go along with that. 8 penalty minutes in 12 games played so far. And the New Jersey Devils fans, the team, they seem to love him. He also got some high praise from Barry Trotz, New York Islanders head coach last night as well. So good to see on all fronts. Dawson off to a stellar start.
And good to see Alex Newhook of St. John's, his regular season debut. He was called up earlier this week, and he was in there in the lineup during the Colorado Avalanche's big win against Vancouver, getting an assist.
Yeah, and that came right there in the first period, and even better, on the power play.
There you go.
Alex getting in on the power play right away in the first period, not wasting any time. And speaking of fans loving players, Colorado Avalanche fans love Alex Newhook. They want to see him in the NHL. They want to see him in the lineup. And he didn't waste that opportunity last night, picking up a nice assist on the power play.
And how about former St. John's Ice Caps goalie Zach Ficali?
What a story.
Man,
a 2-0
oh man.
shutout last night in his NHL debut that comes just years and years after he was touted as such a highly sought-after draft pick. He went early in the second round, I believe, to the Montreal Canadiens. Played here for the St. John's Ice Caps. And yeah, what an incredible story. Just the perseverance that he has shown over the years to finally get his chance in the NHL and get a shutout last night. Nothing short of incredible.
6 years in the minors waiting for that moment, and congratulations, Zach Ficali. His family was in the crowd last night and everything. We're so proud of him, and we hope further success will definitely go his way. Checking out some scores from around the league, of course. North Division opponents, Adirondack at home against Utah tonight to take on the Grizzlies, who are on a hot streak, 6 wins in a row. Reading, of course, home against Norfolk, and Trois Rivières is on the road in Maine to take on the Mariners. We are getting set for second period action now, so we're going to throw it back to Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts with the call on Rogers TV.
The direction of this game, but based on that period there, the Growlers have to play a completely different style of hockey right now.
Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts on the call this evening. Thanks for joining us, folks, on Mixler, on Rogers, wherever you may be tuning in from. We appreciate you.
A few positives after that period. That one good rush is going to stand out of my mind for a while with Kapchuk there. Really taking that puck, no questions, going down inside. I think he looked for the pass out front. At one point, I think he thought it was in. I think Marcus Power thought it was in, but the puck kind of just sailing through the crease there. And then right after that, Zach O'Brien with the spin move down low. That was just a thing of beauty.
Oh, that was a beautiful goal. I wish I was more on top of who it was because they were moving around so quickly. I feel like redoing that goal call for Nate. Maybe he'll get another one here as we are back underway for the second period. Played in deep by Worcester. Pietronero ahead for Nathan Knoll, and a beautiful pass up for the pinching Kapchek. Too far for him though as it's cleared away. Oh boy, fanning on a clear was Evan Cormier. Oh man. Cleared in by Worcester. No, they put it off one of their own bodies. Now they enter the offensive zone. But that puck got about 8 feet before meeting Nathan Knoll, and across now, Pietronero ahead. Here's Nathan Knoll with speed down the middle, hands off to O'Brien. He'll let it fly. That one may have grazed off the goaltender and ended up into the protective mesh. 39 seconds into this period.
Growlers looking to come out here and really try to bang one in quickly. Zach O'Brien, not typical to see him shoot from there. Usually he's trying to make a move inside. So really looking like the Growlers just want to tie this game up early on here. And they really need to if they're going to continue to clear the puck the way that
I think they just got to deliver it on goal. And I think Ken Appleby's a good enough goaltender that if you just sift a few more maybe toward the cage and put some bodies in front, that maybe that might be the answer. There is Centazzo. That puck rolled up on him as he fired it over the net. McCourt plays it beautifully into the open ice. Bork goes for a skate. He absorbs the check, pulled it loose behind the net. He's going to recover it out the opposite side. There's an opportunity in front. Good block there by Fergelli. Comes out up top and a pinch. And now that's got to be a penalty. It is. Riley McCourt with 18:54 to go here. And the Growlers just feel like a half step behind almost every play here.
It's really feeling that way. I mean, some good movement down low there. I mean, they're really trying to generate something on net. Looking for the redirection at this point, but you know, going to the penalty kill, I hate to say it, but not a bad thing for the Growlers.
Isn't that weird how good this team is? 89.2% on the penalty kill. It was a lot higher, but nonetheless, we do know how good this penalty kill can be, and this shorthanded unit. The Growlers continue to lead the league with shorthanded goals with 5 through their first 7 games. So, and there you go, a quick early clear there for Matteo Pietronero. That's going to bring Appleby out from behind his net. Leaves it across to Cornell. That pass behind the net will be settled down by Drew Callan. Up on the left wing side, that connects with VC, cross ice, that pass too far for Josevic. Skating back, having his pocket picked was Pietronero. Growlers battling hard. Nathan Knoll gets it to the line, not out, and a great poke check. Oh, and Todd Skirving, if he was able to keep it in play, was off to the races on a shorthanded breakaway, but he ends up stick checking that one into the bench.
He was waiting for it there. The Growlers still with their aggressive penalty kill, something that you typically, not that you don't see aggressive penalty kills, but you generally don't see where you have 3 guys on the puck.
Right.
Haven't quite seen that just yet, but that is what we saw last weekend from the Growlers consistently, was a very aggressive penalty kill. 3 guys on the puck, 1 guy staying back.
Face off to the right of Cormier. One back cleanly by the Growlers. That's cleared off a body and held in. And a steal, and away comes Kapchek. He's got O'Brien with him. Kapchek skates it to center. He was bodied by a pair of Worcester Railers. 50 seconds gone on this penalty to Riley McCourt. And look at that forecheck from Nathan Knoll. Fergelli keeps away from him and skates it away with that beautiful flow. All the way into the offensive zone. I could watch this guy skate with the puck all day, I'll tell you. Oh, and bodies flying all over the place there as Christensen barely holds the line. Walks into the right wing corner. Christensen spins it back up top to Fergelli. Across on the left-hand side. Here comes a shot. That one whistled wide. Off the end boards, rolling toward the line. Knoll trying to hold it in, unable to do so. Trent Bork shrugs off a check in the right wing corner. Nathan Knoll trying to free it up as well. Puck's going to land for Knoll, and he'll tumble a backhand to the line, not out. Thompson across. Here come the Railers all the way in on goal. Banging away at Cormier. He's got it underneath him. And now, speaking of with someone underneath him, there's a Growler on top of a Railer down there in a pile.
Kapchek really making sure that Hayhurst there, or not Hayhurst, Thompson didn't get any more opportunities there, but 3 of them alone in front. They took their time on Cormier.
And now they are going to send Brennan Kapchek to the penalty box for roughing.
So we're going to see a 5-on-3 here for at least 23 seconds. Not ideal for the Growlers, but at the same time, you really don't want a guy getting that many sticks on Cormier's pads.
No, that's a fact. Well, the good news is I think the last time the Growlers were down 2 men, they scored a goal.
Syrian blue.
That's right.
Short-handed.
So we'll, I mean, now, in no way is there enough context for that for me to connect those dots, but nonetheless, the Growlers were only down 2 men for 23 seconds, and then a lengthy additional power play for the Worcester Railers as the Growlers haven't yet grabbed a hold of this game. They trail 2-1. Mike Cornell, top of the right wing circle, works it down into the corner. Cornell gets it back. Across, back to Cornell, down into the right wing corner. Good puck movement here, and a good block in front by Melindy. Rolls to the right wing corner, tracks it down, but can't get it out. Cornell, 5 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Back out in front, it comes for Cornell off a whiff. McCourt's back out onto the ice. Down low, still 1 minute and 32 seconds of power play time here as Hayhurst tries to get around McCourt. Up top to Cornell. Cornell high slot, leaves it into the left wing corner. That's Callum, Drew Callum. He's being watched by Schazowski. Work back up top. Held in across. Cornell a drive. That one redirected off a body and wide. Schazowski flipped to the line, held in. Across, that'll be held once again. And there's Cornell, 1:05 to go on this man advantage. Cornell hands it off into the high slot. That's going to be stolen. And away comes Pietranero. Thought about rushing. Instead elects to dump it in. But a good start to this kill. Listen to this crowd.
They're into this.
To rally the Growlers here in the second period. Nice and loud in here tonight. Absolutely love it as Fergelli. He's turned around in the offensive zone. 40 seconds left on this man advantage for Worcester. Todd Skirving keeping an eye on Fergelli, forcing him behind the net again. He'll steal. Skirving trying to center there for Johnson. At his pocket pick. Now they got to hurry back. It's a 3-on-2 for Worcester. Over the line, Christensen. Great stick by Johnson. Knocks it out of play with only 22 seconds left on this man advantage.
Growlers doing a great job at killing this penalty, making sure that the puck is getting out of their zone and staying out of there. You know, the crowd really egging that on there, and it might be just what the Growlers needed to find their groove in this game, because it just seems like it hasn't quite clicked for them just yet.
Face off to the right of Cormier. 22 seconds left on the Brennan Kapchek minor. On the draw will be Nathan Knoll. He's out with Garrett Johnston, Zach O'Brien, and Matteo Pietranero. Face off won by Knoll, given a ride by Johnson, held at the line by McGurdy. He'll work it down low to Smotherman. Smotherman in a battle with Garrett Johnston. Smotherman pulls it away. McGurdy across. There's a shot. Malatesta redirected in front, but well over the cage. 4 seconds to go. The Growlers might get out of dodge on this one. Here comes Kapchek. We're back to 5 aside, but a dangerous play. Turned over in the Growler zone, and a big fighting save there by Cormier. Growlers still on their heels a little bit here, hoping to get some momentum off of that penalty kill, and a cover up by Cormier may give the Growlers just that.
Growlers will get a line change here to get some fresh legs out there after killing off that 5-on-3, allowing 4 shots on net. Less than that based on the scoreboard, but it felt like 4 at that point. Cormier holding on that last one.
A good kill for Newfoundland. Hopefully they can internalize that and turn that into some offense. That's been a little slow going here in this contest. Face off in the Newfoundland zone. Schazowski wins it back for McCourt. Long pass up ice. Centazzo, that one off the mark for him. Held into the line by Schazowski, trying to get his way in to some open ice. Redirected in front. Great play, but held by Appleby.
Railers really, protecting their goaltender there. They got 3 guys in front. If there's an opportunity coming, the Growlers really got to make sure they're taking advantage of it quickly, just like they tried to there, but no chance for a rebound or any other opportunities when you've got that many guys looking to defend all of their backs.
That's a new line for Newfoundland as well. Schazowski with Marcus Power and Oren Centazzo. And in deep, Marcus Power able to free it up into the corner. He'll get it back from Schazowski, trying to make his way out in front. It comes up top to the line from McCourt. McCourt Beautiful move, gets by Callan, opens up all kinds of room. And it's stopped by Appleby. I thought I saw someone selling in front. Look at McCourt. He is upset with himself after that great opportunity.
He wanted that one, and he was looking more like he was going to go upstairs, glove hand on that as he made that move inside. Great idea to hold out for the forward there, make that move around, and make sure he had a lot of room, a lot of time coming in. I think he even thought he had that for a moment there.
I thought there was a chance that it snuck through the wickets of Appleby there, but Schazowski. Face off one back again by Newfoundland, right back to McCourt, left point, right into the midsection again of Appleby. No traffic. I think he was maybe hoping that the goaltender would flick that one aside, but not this time, said Ken Appleby, the Memorial Cup champion.
Surprising too, usually you don't want to have that many opportunities for a face-off to happen that many times in your end, especially when you know you've just had a good move from McCourt on the point.
Face off one by Newfoundland, cap check, his shot blocked in front. Launched high rebound there. It's going to be knocked back down low to Marcus Power. Back out in front, Centazzo. Helped it across. Cap check rolling. Puck whistled it wide. Off the inboards. McCourt holds it in, rolls it down low, giving chase to Centazzo. He comes up empty-handed against Fergelli. They'll play it ahead, and away come the Railers again. Stick check the way, though. Brennan Kapchek gives chase into the offensive zone. Dangerous play out in front. Centazzo gets it, and he'll settle. Handing it off to Riley McCourt. 14 minutes to go here in the second period. Still 2-1 Worcester, as that's going to be an icing against Newfoundland. Shots are 14 apiece here as we approach the final 14 of this second frame.
Kapchek trying to get away with that line change there, just kind of holding inside the gate, but getting sent back out there.
Face off upcoming.
No.
There are things in this world we cannot explain. Mysteries above and below. Forces that pull us together and draw us in. To bear witness as the natural world goes quietly into the night. Here, in our own backyard.
All right, welcome back. Second period, here we are, and let's just say that this is not the first time we've seen the Newfoundland Growlers shorthanded by two players. Managed to kill it off, though.
Yeah, great kill, really, by the Newfoundland Growlers there. We've seen more 5-3s in the last weekend or the last 4 games than I've really seen in all the times I've been watching the Newfoundland Growlers. It's a lot of 5-on-3s, but the Growlers were able to kill that one off. The penalty kill looked really good, blocking shots, getting in the lanes, pucks to the outside, and a great effort from Todd Skirving there as well, a fan favorite.
Let's talk about the defensive play of Todd Skirving for a moment. Not once, but twice. Almost stealing the puck shorthanded from behind the net, the Railers net, and just 2 opportunities. Where the puck could have bounced a certain way, he could have scored shorthanded.
Yeah, really just creating that pressure, really making the Railers defensemen think. They can hear the train tracks, they can hear the footsteps that are coming. They know they're going to get hit hard, and you know that's really helping with the Growlers on this penalty kill, and it's really helping keep Worcester back kind of on their heels a little bit. But Todd Skirving's play so far tonight has been just absolutely excellent. Foot on the gas all night long.
For those at home, are you seeing T-Rexes? Because I think I'm seeing T-Rexes here.
You never know what you might see in CBS.
That's right. Here we are. I thought we were at the CBS Arena. Turns out we're at Jurassic Park. This is not too bad. All right, I'm going to throw it back down to Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts on Rogers TV.
Half times and oh, it's so much fun.
Face off to the right of Cormier. 13 saves to his credit so far. That face-off pulled away by Worcester. Almost lost in the linesman's skates, but Worcester gets it back. Left wing corner and a whistle.
Looked like the net had come off, but Cormier correcting it pretty quickly there. Much quicker whistle on that one.
You said it. Face off to the right again of Cormier as they reset. Pomerleau and Bork are the defense pairing. Susie, Green, and it's pulled away by the Railers. Sharp angle try, another shot. They're not afraid to put the puck on goal here, Kellyanne.
Not at all. Growlers getting a little bit puck focused as well. We're not seeing them in front with that head on the swivel, seeing that guy that's creeping in for that back door. You've seen it, I've seen it 2 or 3 times now where it just seems like where the puck goes, everyone's head's moving with it.
Irving on the draw, unable to win this one as Worcester continues to buzz out of the corner there, off the side of the goal. Good looking opportunity, and away come the Growlers. Can't get out of their own zone. Couple of opportunities there, and finally Trent Bork skates to some open ice, flings it ahead too far for Skirving. Oh, and Skirving beat his man to the puck. The linesman thinks otherwise. That's an icing against Newfoundland.
From this angle, it looked like what should have been called off, but I'm up here, ref's down there.
Yeah, I don't judge anymore anyway. I used to be pretty bad for that, but we're new year, new Chris, maybe. Face off to the right of Cormier again. Green on the draw this time. No, pulled away by Worcester again. Shot through traffic, stopped off the blocker of Cormier, and Gordy Green picks it up with speed. Gets by his man, lost it in the linesman's skates.
Todd Skirving without a stick there.
Right between the benches, Skirving able to kick it free, and look at that, he'll get a brand new stick on the play as well from his proximity to the bench. That was a nice play. Pomerleau ahead. Gordy Green strips his man of the puck, couldn't keep it. And now in the neutral ice, Pomerleau tipped it back inside the Worcester zone. A good game being turned in by Worcester. I know we're seeing a lot of maybe unforced errors on the Newfoundland side, but I give Worcester full marks here. They've been pesky, as predicted here this evening.
Absolutely, and they're a quick team.
Behind the net, all kinds of trouble. Loose out in front, taken away by Bork. A broken stick down there. It's going to be batted out of midair by McCarthy. And he will be nabbed for the hand pass. 12:18 to go here in the second period. 2-1 Worcester, and Ken Appleby forced to go for a skate just to keep the legs moving down there in his own zone. Not tested a whole lot here, Kellyanne, in this second.
No, no action really at this point, and Worcester really just pouring it on at this point. I mean, they've kind of found their groove while the Growlers are struggling here. Even getting out of their own zone, Growlers really missing a lot of just easy passes, and at this point just really should be looking to go glass and out.
Nathan Knoll wins that face-off back. Cap check across to Pietranero. Up on the board, Marcus Power got a piece of that one to get it in deep. Nathan Knoll gives chase against Fergelli. Knoll lines him up, drives him into the boards, and O'Brien gets the puck. O'Brien plays it to the left wing corner. Skating into that one is Nathan Knoll. He'll body his man, lost control of it though. The Railers get it back. Under pressure, Kapchak holds the line. Spins on a dime, lost control of it. Inadvertently clears it down into his own zone, and he's being watched very closely by Hayhurst as the Growlers get set back up. O'Brien trying to get loose at center. He's knocked to the ice hard, no penalty. And now a steal in neutral ice. That's going to send the Railers ahead. That's chipped in by Hayhurst. Kapchak picks it up behind his net. A long pass. What a job by O'Brien to knock it out of midair. He'll head off for a line change as Smotherman forced behind his net by Schazowski. Schazowski relentless on the forecheck, trying to steal it away or force a turnover. Centazzo almost got it, but Smotherman gets away. In over the line, right wing corner come the Railers. Loose. Garrett Johnston has his man pinned. It's going to be pulled away by Centazzo. And now if they move ahead quickly, they could get an odd man rush. And in comes Centazzo on the left wing side. Threads it in on goal. Oh, bobbled by Appleby, but he recovers and hangs on.
The Growlers not really finding what they need to at this point. Like you mentioned, they could have had that odd man rush. We haven't really seen one get this game, and last weekend they were just continuous. And it's because they were quick out of their zone, quick feet to the other blue, cutting across with that easy pass, and we're just not seeing that. It's almost like the Growlers have to simplify their game at this point.
Schazowski on the draw for Newfoundland with Centazzo and Johnson rather. Garrett Johnston's out there too. Here, see, it's a freaking nightmare.
So many.
I've never ran into that trouble with other Ballards. So normally I'm the only Ballard in a crew, you know. I've never had to be Ballard 2 or B2, you know what I mean? B2. Face off in the offensive zone for Newfoundland. Feels like the first time we've said that in a little while. Same unit, Schazowski on the draw. Loose, Isaac Johnson had it knocked off his stick. He'll chase it down, interfered with, no call. Johnson, doesn't matter, he'll steal it away anyway. Freed up along the left wing boards, Schazowski, everyone giving it a try. Nice play by Bork, a little give and go, he gets it back, centers to nobody home. On the right wing side, cleared away by Worcester. And that's going to escape into the Worcester bench. We're almost halfway done this hockey game, Kellyanne, and I think you and I would both agree, a little surprising so far.
Absolutely. I think the Growlers, that last play just kind of a representation of this entire period where there's an opportunity, but no one there to finish the play, it feels like. And that's surprising because usually the Growlers have somebody in front. We're in the high slot, but maybe it's because we haven't been down in the Railers zone in a while.
True enough. Face off for Gordy Green, the scrum. Skirving pulls it back to the line. Pomerleau hands off. Skirving a try, that one wide. Garrett Johnston activates off the line. Oh, he is crunched into the left wing boards there. Pops right back up as play continues. The Growlers steal. Skirving trying to center. It's blocked away. Susie spins and fires. That one, not really a pass or a shot. Either way, it missed. Back in the Newfoundland zone, Pomerleau picks up the loose puck. Moving quickly. Then feet there. Nice pass for Susie. Nice spin by Susie. In over the line onside, but poke checked away. And Worcester cleared the zone. Pushed back into neutral ice. And McCarthy gets control for the visiting Worcester Railers. Up ahead and touched in deep by Rapace. Giving chase. Garrett Johnston played across behind the net. For Pomerleau. Pomerleau. Nice move. Back across to Johnston. 9.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Pass through the middle connects with Gordy Green. He's going to go for a skate at center. A high tip off the glass. And in deep, Appleby leaves it for Fergelli. Fergelli knocked off his stick, held at the line by O'Brien. He'll turn it over, and now a rush back for the Railers, 3-on-2. Left wing side, that pass a little too far, stolen away by Kapchek. Cuts dangerously in front of his own cage, and Marcus Power avoids the icing anyway. He'll get to give chase into the offensive zone for Gelly. He's got him pinned along the left wing boards. Pulled away by Worcester. They'll skate it away. At center, flipped ahead, Callan. Offside are the Worcester Railers, and not sure why they didn't blow it dead immediately as they should have. Long feet ahead, O'Brien couldn't deke around his man. It's cleared away by the Railers. Moving it up on the right wing side, the Growlers get back in. What a play. O'Brien, oh, he didn't miss the top corner by much, and it ends up out of play.
Zach O'Brien just needs one to open it all up for him, and it looked like it earlier when he had that great move in front, and he just, it's not that he's not trying.
Oh my goodness, no, everyone can see the effort he's putting into.
You feel the frustration for him at this point.
Honestly, you really do, and again, I don't want to undersell his effort out there.
No.
He's been, oh, what a move by Schazowski. Looks up top there, and it ends up out of play. Great play, though, by Ryan Schazowski. But, I mean, Zach has been the most, he looks like the most dangerous player every time he's on the ice. There's almost no denying that.
No.
But, I mean, he could have 3, 4, 5, 6 goals already this season, and he has one, and it was into an empty net. That puck rolling toward no man's land, kept alive. McCourt sends it down low. Schazowski gives chase. Bodied away, activating the off the line is Melindy. He's got his man pinned, doing all kinds of work, and it comes away. Pass held in by McCourt. Back up top. That one tipped away and into neutral ice. There's Isaac Johnson. Trying to move it up quickly with a man behind, had it stolen. Now it's a 3-on-1 back for Worcester. Centering feed and a great recovery there by McCourt. Side door, dangerous look, still loose, nobody jumped on it. Finally, Schazowski able to get it and move it ahead for Centazzo. He'll chip it by his man as the Growlers head off for a line change. 7:45 to go. Long pass, kicked in. Pomerleau absolutely rocked VC, and he may need dental surgery after that one. Here come the Growlers, a 2-on-2 rush. Green in over the line onside. Skirving flipped it wide. Good looking shift, but can't find the back of the net. Skirving gets it back, and he will put it off his stick and out of play. 7:24 to go in the second. 16 apiece for the shots. That's good, right?
Yeah. That last 15 seconds, I think, is the best we've seen from the Growlers here in this period. A few times before that, it just felt like it feels like they're complicating what doesn't need to be complicated. Rather than Bork going back for the pass across when he easily could have came in down low and then down in our own zone. Just no urgency in front with the puck coming right out in front of Cormier. So this last 15 seconds hopefully gives the Growlers a boost here.
And here comes Susie off a steal, trying to get into the high percentage area. Skirving can, and he's stopped by Appleby. Gordy Green slipping into the offensive zone. He's thrown to the ice. Pops right back up, and now he's pinned behind the net by Cornell. Puck pulled away by Pomerleau. Worked up top, Skirving covering the point. Redirected wide by Susi. Good opportunity created there by Skirving. That's going to be held in a line, at the line again by Susi, and worked down low. Right wing side, Green for Nathan Knoll as the Growlers begin a line change. Pietranero holds the line. He's under all kinds of pressure into the shin pads of Knoll. He'll body it in deep, and the Growlers are going to complete that line change in the offensive zone. Flip to the line and out to center. That's going to land for Pietranero. Played back for Kapchuk. He fanned on it. He will recover, but he's pushed off the puck. Right wing side, Rapace trying to work it out in front. Callan picks it up and tries to head out in front instead. He's bodied by Kapchuk. Puck is loose, taken by Pietranero. Settled behind the net and played ahead for Knoll. Knoll at center ice. Chipped it into the offensive zone, giving chase is Marcus Power. Big check on McCarthy. Puck rolls away, and there's Pietranero on the backhand. And he fired it wide. Still in play. O'Brien waits. And a whistle. The net's knocked off. Frustrating game.
Todd Skirving, though, amazing shift there for him. We really got to give him credit. That shot from the point was the right idea.
All right, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kellyanne. Bill Hart and Ben Murphy here with you, and that's been a great period of hockey so far. But as we just saw, and we alluded to it earlier, that net off its moorings while the Growlers were in the midst of a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and when Zach O'Brien has the puck in the high slot like that, looking at the net with a clear shot, his eyes light up. All the fans in this building, their eyes light up. And unfortunately, that chance was taken away before it even came to life because the net was off the moorings once again. But what a few minutes there from this Growlers team. That's the team we know and love and we're used to seeing. A lot of firepower there, a lot of sustained pressure for well over 2 minutes there, with almost without a whistle. Really great period from the Growlers, but a lot of back and forth. Worcester's been good too. We've seen scoring chances from both sides.
Yeah, this is a well-even matchup here. It's hard to believe that the Growlers are on top of this division. Worcester is at the very bottom, but entertaining hockey. If this is what you're looking for, boy, you found it tonight.
Yeah, and it just goes to show that, you know, the early season standings might not say too much, and maybe we shouldn't read into them too much.
Right.
Because we know any team can win on any given night. But when it comes to pound for pound, speed, the Growlers are the better team here. They know they're the better team. It's only a matter of time before we start to see them fill the net a little bit more, but they're going to need to get a bit more traffic in front of this Worcester goaltender.
All right, back to Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts on Rogers TV.
He wants Kapchuk to move in a little bit.
It's always good when your center's kind of telling you where to go as a defenseman rather than just hanging out hoping the puck comes to you.
That's a great point. Nathan Knoll on the draw. He'll line up against Felix Bibot. Trying to slap that one back to the point. That's going to be won back instead by Worcester. Fergelli launches that pass ahead, hopped over the stick of Callan, and that's going to be an icing against Worcester.
Not a bad play for the Growlers. Kind of by pulling Kapchuk in, I think they were kind of trying to fake out Worcester there by going to the left side instead. But Nathan Knoll not winning that face-off, but regardless, same opportunity here now again as they go to...
And I feel like we've been really negative against the Growlers tonight. It's a one-goal game.
Yeah, it is.
Know?
I mean, we don't mean to. I think we've seen the way they've played.
Oh, we've seen them at their best, and then we've seen tonight's game. I'm not saying it's at the opposite end of the spectrum by any means. It's just, it's definitely been a bit of a slow start to this game for Newfoundland. Penalty to the Growlers? You gotta be joking.
All right.
I think they're going to take, okay.
So he's not joking.
Not joking at all.
But at least it's 1-1. So we still playing 5-on-5?
Felix Bibot and Nathan Knoll will sit for, looks like, coincidental slashing minors. So, or will they officially be coincidentals, or will we have 4 aside? 5?
Looking like 5-on-5 here. No, maybe not. I thought I saw the ref flash 5, but no.
That thumb is hard to see from up here.
It is. You know, the Growlers, 4 players on the ice, they tend to work well that way. A lot more ice, a lot more room when you've only got 8 skaters going.
Face off for Marcus Power, unable to win this one, but he will swarm John Fergelli in the corner, forcing him to stay inside his own zone. He'll hand that one off, and skating away is Christensen all the way into the offensive zone. Matteo Pietranero does his best to keep up with him. That shot wide. Now Marcus Power trying to win the foot race back. Fergelli gets it. Marcus Power hard on the forecheck here is Fergelli. Moves it up on the left wing side for Christensen. Christensen tries to get in. That was foiled by Bork. Left it behind for Fergelli. Left wing corner. Swings it up top. Cross again. Christensen, that shot blocked. Marcus Power able to get it. He'll retreat into the corner and behind the net. He's got his man draped all over him. But it'll be freed up across for Bork. Under 5 minutes to go. Here in the second period of a one-goal game and what a feed. In comes Zach. Oh, and a save made by Appleby is O'Brien. With the biggest fella, I think, in the league, draped all over him. Just couldn't find enough room.
No, right idea, though, to come outside. We know that O'Brien has got the hands to move inside. And I think McCarthy, knowing that, just had to stay with him to try to keep that body. And it's a big body.
His reach, he's like an albatross. He's got to have a wingspan of like 30 feet, I think.
Yeah, I think Zach O'Brien reading that, knowing that if he puts the shot, they're going to get the face-off in the offensive zone.
And that face-off will be pulled away by the Railers. Centazzo trying to chase down Malatesta. Schazowski keeps an eye as he hands the puck across. 4 Railers all inside their own zone, and that's going to be a forced turnover. Centazzo gets it in deep. No one giving chase. Schazowski late to the puck as Worcester settles it behind their own zone. 35 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining as McCarthy lumbers into the offensive zone. Ripped away into the air, glove down by McCourt. He'll settle it behind the net, moving it ahead now for Bork. Bork, cross ice onto the tape of Schazowski. He'll absorb a check. Lost control of the puck and his stick. As Worcester now going for a skate. That's Hayhurst. Into the offensive zone, cross ice. That one stolen away. Now the Growlers could have numbers back. It's a 2-on-1. Centazzo with Gordy Green. Centazzo threads the needle, trying to get the pass across. That got blocked away. 1 second ago, here's Knoll and Bebo. That puck held in at the line by Malindi. Malindi into the right wing corner, ends up all the way behind the net. Worked it up top for Pomerleau. Pomerleau with the left point, back down low. Malindi, nice job, centering effort. That hit Isaac Johnson in the helmet and almost bounded in. Instead, it'll be cleared by Worcester. Malindi's going to be the first man back, and that's going to be icing against Worcester with 3:18 to go in the second.
Growlers kind of feeling like they found a new gear here at this point.
A little bit. It's been a back-to-back good shifts now for Newfoundland, where they kept the feet moving and kept the play on the offensive zone.
That 2-on-1 rush there, although to give credit to the Railers, Hayhurst making his way and making room on his way back there, really to try to cut down and make that a 2-on-2.
Face off, caught in the skates of Gordy Green. Freed up and held at the line, Malindi. Pomerleau. That one pinballed around the high slot and will be cleared by Thompson. Oh, another dangerous play in front by Cormier. And that ends up back in the Newfoundland zone. Malindi in front of his netminder, pulls it away, keeps it away from Smotherman and starts it up ice. Pass off a stick, knifed into the mesh. And that face-off to come just outside the offensive zone blue line for Newfoundland, who have been limited like they have not been limited before in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Growlers kind of lucky there. They didn't give up one and put one in on themselves there. Cormier looking to clear the puck. Looking just like a lack of communication between him and Pomerleau as that went off Pomerleau and back down that direction. But this play now going to come outside of the Railers zone, but it is the Newfoundland line out there, and they own the lone goal currently for the Growlers with just 2:49 left to go in the second.
Face off outside the zone. Nathan Knoll helps win that one back. There's Garrett Johnston snapping this one in. Behind the net is Appleby. Popped over his stick, and a battle ensues, and O'Brien frees it up, comes to the line for Pietranero. Across to Garrett Johnston, puts it through in on goal, stopped by Appleby, and he'll reel in the rebound.
Seeing a lot of Johnston out there as well throughout this game. You know, I thought maybe his ice time would be a bit more limited.
I agree.
You know, this is his first game into the season. Didn't have a preseason either, and, you know, a tough offseason, so holding his own out there.
He sure is. I wonder if that's attributed, maybe they are limiting McCourt so they get to play Johnston a little more. But McCourt's been out there.
McCourt's had some great opportunities coming on the inside as well, so.
I don't know.
Rolling 7.
Face off one back by Newfoundland. Garrett Johnston holds the line. Zach O'Brien behind the net, puts it out in front, and that one was dangerously in the blue paint, but it will be cleared away for an icing against Worcester. 2:19 on the clock here is the Growlers. This has been the best offensive unit for this club here tonight. They've been the ones that have looked the most dangerous. And McCourt and Kapchek come out in favor to take the place of Pietronero and Garrett Johnston. This might be the best 5 on the ice right now for Newfoundland.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see this puck go back to Kapchuk, move across to McCourt, and try to make a quick play to the net here.
Face-off one instead by Worcester, gets to the line and out. Hopped over the stick of Kapchuk, but he'll hustle back in his own zone. Oh, my heart skips a beat every time Cormier plays the puck tonight. And here comes Marcus Power. Nice move. 2 nice moves, but did lose control of the puck, and it's cleared away at center. Kapchuk into the open ice. Skating in with this one is McCarthy. 1-on-1. He'll flutter that one wide off the stick of McCourt. VC a try, and that's off the end boards. Marcus Power settles and looks up ice. Kapchuk doing his best Zach O'Brien impression. Able to pick up the puck and avoid the icing. Walks all the way back to the blue line. Had it knocked off the end of his stick. Everybody has to tag up. 90 seconds to go here in the period as Isaac Johnson slams on the brakes. Sees an open man. One-timer. Great one-timer and a save made by Appleby. In on goal. He's forced to cover with 1:23 to go in the period. And folks, stick around in the second intermission. Here on Mixler, you'll hear from Nathan Knoll, tonight's goal scorer.
Great opportunities out there in these last 2 minutes for the Growlers. Isaac Johnson, really great heads-up play, seeing that he could have taken the shot, could have went down low, but rather sees the open man cross ice for the one-time.
It's a great pass. To the left of Appleby we go. Puck pulled away by Worcester into the air. Nice effort by Bork, but comes up empty-handed. Pomerleau. Nice job by Isaac Johnson to free it up for himself. He'll skate it in. Sending it across to Bork. He'll pick it up left wing side, trying to center it for Centazzo. He's bumped, but Centazzo picks it up anyway. Oren Centazzo up top for Pomerleau. Pomerleau looking for a lane. Rolls it in deep instead. 1 minute to go. In the period, Schazowski into the high slot on the backhand, leaves it Pomerleau. Up top again for Centazzo. Good puck movement here, but not a lot of options materializing here for the Growlers. Trying to thread one through there was Bork. That's knocked away. Left wing corner, Skirving fresh off a change. Gets it for Pomerleau. Pomerleau back down low. Growlers doing a lot of these little things right as Isaac Johnson pulls it out. 35 seconds to go. Pietronero walks in off the line with it. Has a little room, skates behind the net. And the net's knocked off. Oh, man. I think the Growlers might need to rip that page out of the playbook. The wraparound tonight.
Yeah.
I think you got to retire that for as long as you're in Conception Bay South.
I think so, and we saw this last weekend with Petrozelli in net, our own goaltender. So I mean,
it works
this
both
isn't
ways.
Just an Appleby thing.
Nope,
yeah.
Nope, not at all.
This is definitely both ways.
That's so tough, though. You're buzzing.
Oh, you've got such good momentum. The puck movement has been so good, holding the zone there for the last 90 seconds, but now a face-off opportunity, so that never hurts either.
Face-off to the right of Appleby. One back cleanly by the Growlers. Pietronero left point, sees some room, and a good goal stick there by Appleby. Sends that one out of play.
Right idea there, looking for that back far pad as well, keeping that puck nice and low. You've got guys coming down the lane. Kapchuk really booking it to catch that rebound coming out there, but rather it going up into the netting. But right idea if you're looking for the goal here with 21 seconds left.
Growlers have played their best hockey of this game these last few minutes here, and they only have 20 seconds left. What a play in front, but Skirving that pass handcuffed him. High slot, Green. Back to the line, Pietronero, 12 seconds to go. Redirected, it's loose underneath. 8 seconds on the clock. The Railers clear the zone, and Kapchuk back to retrieve it. Time to fling it ahead, maybe not even.
Nah, best to hold on to that one.
Well, a good end of the period for Newfoundland, but no goals in that period from either squad leaves the Growlers trailing by a goal heading into the third period. I don't think they've ever been in that position. Well, they would have been trailing, I guess, on Saturday. But so it's only the second time they've been in this position. But in any case, 2-1 Worcester after 40 minutes. And we'll step away for a short break. You're listening to Newfoundland Growlers Hockey on the Growlers Broadcast Network.
Thank you, Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts. Welcome to the second intermission with Bill Hartman, Dropkick Murphy. And boy, oh boy, what a period of hockey for the Newfoundland Growlers.
Yeah, it certainly was, Bill. I mean, it was pretty much all Growlers all the time, especially in that last 10.
Yes.
It was a back and forth period to start the period, and the scoreboard isn't exactly indicative of the game we're seeing behind us so far. The Growlers have been pouring it on for the last 10 minutes, just not able to buy a goal out there. It's been all Growlers in the offensive zone. The cycle game is working. We're seeing icing after icing after icing from this Railers team, but they're not able to buy one yet. They keep this pressure on. I think things will work out the way they want them to in the third period, but you know, sometimes you do just run into a hot goalie. Appleby's been excellent tonight.
And I'll tell you, the Worcester defensemen, they are breathing heavy going into that dressing room for the second intermission. And if you don't believe us that the Newfoundland Growlers didn't have the scoring chances, well, check out some of these highlights. No goals, but boy, the opportunities were there.
And here, Bill, we'll just get another look at some of these scoring chances throughout the period. I mean, just look at that pass from Marcus Power, the awareness on the ice, and that just goes to show the chemistry between those two, between Marcus Power and Zach O'Brien. I mean, that pass just absolutely beautiful. And actually, sorry, I think I'm not sure, that might not have been Marcus Power there. I think I might have had the numbers a little backwards there, but regardless.
Yeah, a good pass is a good pass.
The awareness
and
that
that was a great scoring opportunity, and the first of many. Here's another one for you that we saw during the second period.
And again, we saw a lot of this throughout the second frame. Just a beautiful stretch pass there, right on the tape to Zach O'Brien, the guy you want busting in with an opportunity like that. And he's just not able to flick it up over Appleby's glove. A very great save by Appleby nonetheless, but I think Zach might have fanned on that one a little bit. I would imagine he was trying to put that one upstairs.
Yeah.
But again, the scoring chances, they're coming in bunches.
And here's another one, and big fan of this one too. Here's another one of the many scoring opportunities for the Growlers tonight.
And it just shows again, Bill, that Appleby has been on his game. I mean, he saw that pass coming, was able to get across and make the great pad save off that one-timer. A wonderful release there for the Growlers as well. They've just been pouring it on chance after chance, and the chances are coming in all different ways. You know, we're seeing more traffic in front of the net. We're seeing rebounds pop out. We're seeing, one-time opportunities like we're watching right now, and then that nice stretch pass to Zach O'Brien. They're coming in a lot of different ways. It's only a matter of time before this Growlers team starts to break through. Well, the opportunities were definitely there, and kudos to Worcester. Yeah, you credit where credit is due. They're doing the right thing. They're not giving the Growlers any open ice for those opportunities, and more importantly, they're staying out of the penalty box. Not a single Growlers power play so far this game after 2 periods. And that's been a big thing to note as well. We've seen the Growlers kill off the 5-on-3, a very impressive kill there in the first period. We saw more 4-on-4 action this period in the second, but still no Growlers power play. That's something, of course, they would like to see. They would obviously want to get on the power play, but like you said, credit where it's due. This Worcester team has played a great game so far. They're showing that they do have a lot of upside, that maybe they don't deserve to be in the basement of the North Division with that 1-4-0 record, but they're really playing a good game tonight at both ends of the ice. But again, it was really the Growlers pouring it on late in that second period. I would imagine now in the dressing room, both teams are going to try to reset. The Growlers want to keep their foot on the gas going into the third period. Everything they've been doing so far has been great, except getting that puck into the nets. But we're hoping that we'll see more of that coming up in the third period. We are going to take a little break here, and we'll be back in just a moment as the second intermission continues on Rogers TV.
Interest payments were going up, creditors were calling. I finally realized I needed help. The people at Janes & Noseworthy really took care of me, and I'm glad I chose a local solution. I felt like they understood me better. Getting help with my debt has given me the energy, the headspace, and the time to make my dreams come true. A chance to start again with knowledge, support, and people in your corner. Are you looking for that kind of help? It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
I'm Darren Hand. Please join me for Pocket Universe. On this show, we'll showcase artists, cosplayers, gamers, and discuss all topics of sci-fi, horror, and fantasy in Newfoundland and Labrador. This place is teeming with creative people who love to talk about their passion. That's Pocket Universe, Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m., only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the second intermission. Worcester Railers up 2-1 over the Newfoundland Growlers after 2 periods of play. Brian Rogers had a chance to chit-chat with one Ryan Schazowski earlier today. Let's listen in on that conversation here on Rogers TV.
Thanks very much, guys. Here's Ryan Schazowski of the Newfoundland Growlers, number 23. Going to be number 1 in your heart because he's leading the team in scoring going into the weekend. Chiz, obviously you are from a hockey family. Your father David played with the New York Islanders and the NHL, and I'm sure that had a huge bearing on why you're standing next to me today, and we're talking about you being here as a member of this Growler Hockey Club.
Yeah, it was a pretty big influence for me growing up, just being around hockey and just seeing my dad kind of make it to that level when I was younger, and just to kind of have him as a role model in the game. So yeah, it definitely made me want to pursue the game, and I really enjoyed it right from the start as a young age. So it was awesome, even having my brother jump in hockey too, and he played a pretty good career, so it was good to have him, and you know, we were pretty tight and grew pretty close because of the game. So
that's awesome, Ryan. So your brother's name is
Nick.
Okay, so where did he play?
He played for the Blazers. He played with OC actually, so he played 5 years there, and then now he's in his last year of his graduate program at University of Waterloo.
Now, I know that you're from Kamloops, BC, which is a hockey hotbed, obviously, to produce great Blazer Memorial Cup championship teams, lots of National Hockey League guys. But you, son, were a star with the Medicine Hat Tigers, correct? You were one of their top players, their captain, graduating and such. Did you get fired up to play the Blazers? Did you do any damage against them?
I don't think we fared too well against them every time we played, but it was kind of a once in a blue moon thing. We were out in the east and they're in the west, so ever since COVID, we obviously didn't play each other, and then before that, I got to play against my brother a couple times, which was really special. So that was fun. But I always was pretty snake bitten in that arena back in my hometown, so it wasn't always the best nights.
So was it added pressure you put on yourself for that reason, or was it just what happens when it happens, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think I was just enjoying the ride more than I was trying to score goals there. So yeah, it was a good time though.
Well, Ryan, I haven't seen a great deal of action. You guys started on the road. You ran the table, won 4-0. You won 2 or 3 against Adirondack last weekend. Now you got the Worcester Railers here in CBS this weekend. Tell me about your feelings personally. Are you happy with the way things have gotten off to a start quickly?
Yeah, I think, for me personally, it's just been a lot of learning the style of pro hockey and just learning to be consistent with my game. And I think it's been great to jump into a team that's full of great players and great leaders, and I think it's just helped my confidence that much more that we're winning, and so it's been unreal so far to start. Everybody's been awesome. The culture in the dressing room has been awesome, and we get treated real well here in Newfoundland, and the fans are awesome as well. So it's been really exciting for me to come here and just to start my pro career and to be able to do it in such a great place has been awesome.
That's a well-spoken young man, number 23, Ryan Schazowski of your Newfoundland Growlers. Chiz, if somebody walked up to you on the street and didn't know you and asked you to describe yourself as a person, tell me what you'd say first, and then I want you to describe what type of hockey player you are.
I'd say I'm a pretty laid-back, chill guy that, nothing really gets to me too much. I think I try to be happy as much as I can at the rink and just, take everything as it is. And so, I'm just, taking it one day at a time right now, and it's going good.
I noticed that you do have a smile on your face. You mirror Riley McCourt and a number of your teammates, because I have to say it's a really happy-go-lucky group, and it feels like you guys are proud of where you are and who you represent.
Yeah, for sure. I think, when we get treated so well here, it's hard not to have a smile on your face every day, and it's hard not to, treat every day like it's a special day, so... I think it's great to see everybody else kind of jumping on board with that, and everybody else is all positivity, so it's easy to kind of jump into, and everybody gets it going.
Well, if nobody's ever read Dr. Norman Vincent Peale's Power of Positive Thinking, you can take some lessons from young Ryan Schazowski. All right, Chizzy, what type of hockey player are you? I've watched you, and I know what the fans know what you can do, but tell me how you would sum it up.
I'd say I'm a 200-foot player. I play a good defensive zone. I like to shoot the puck. I can score goals, but I think I just drive my play with my work ethic and my energy, and I feel like I want to contribute to the team in a positive way, and I think that's something that I can bring every shift is just a good energy and just get everybody's spirits up and everybody rolling.
Couple more for you, Chiz. Favorite player growing up?
I'd say this is
excluding Dad and your brother.
I'd say this is more of a recent one, but Nathan McKinnon is pretty fun to watch. He gallops out there.
Ooh, from Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. Yeah. The second one after Sid. That's a great one. Yeah. And in the off season, Ryan, what do you like to do?
I spend a lot of time with work in the last few summers, but I spend a lot of time outdoors out in BC, fishing every once in a while, and doing lots of hiking, and then getting a little mountain biking in with my mom. So it's a big thing out there.
Awesome. So you're in great shape year round.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I try to get that tan going too.
And I got to sneak this in. Have you been screeched in yet? Are you an honorary Newfoundlander yet, Pike?
No, I have not gotten that yet.
Well, then there's something there to look forward to. Those mumbly lips of a big old cod and some hard bread and a shot of screech, buddy. Don't have nightmares thinking about it.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Here's Ryan Schazowski, number 23 of your Newfoundland Growlers, a player to watch with a bright career ahead of him. Now let's go back to the desk.
Thank you very much, Brian. Ryan Schazowski, you have some pleasant things to say about this hockey player.
Yeah, he has been excellent so far in his first Growlers season. Ryan Schazowski, a former captain of the Medicine Hat Tigers of the WHL. He has 7 points in 7 games so far this season, 3 goals, 4 assists, and he's really impressed us with his speed, his skill so far this season. He's shown what kind of player he can be. Yep. High power offensive threat, and I expect to see a lot more of that out of him this weekend. He has been buzzing here so far tonight for the Growlers, not just getting scoring chances himself, but creating them for his line mates. Really impressive showing from Ryan Schazowski so far this season.
Well, it's players like this that give the Newfoundland Growlers some really deep forward lines to go out there with speed and scoring opportunities.
Yeah, another guy we kind of overlook from time to time who is just full of talent as well is Isaac Johnson.
Yes.
He has been tremendous for this Growlers team every time he steps onto the ice. One thing about this guy that goes a little bit overlooked are how smooth and silky his hands are.
Smooth and silky.
The way he can move that puck with a stick is just incredible. His vision for the ice is bar none, and every time he's on the ice, him and his line mates, he brings the best out of them. They're creating scoring chances. They're swarming the net. It's only a matter of time before these guys break through and find one. And even if it doesn't come tonight, they will get one this weekend. They get one, they're going to start to get many more.
Yeah, so far so good. The Growlers are really outplaying the Worcester Railers, but they trail in this one 2-1. We're going to take a little break here, and we're going to be back in just a moment as the second intermission continues here on Rogers TV.
It all started when I racked up some serious debt. Interest payments were going up, creditors were calling. Janes and Noseworthy came up with a plan. Knowing that the phone was going to stop ringing and that I was not in this alone was a huge relief. Bankruptcy or a consumer proposal or whatever help you get is not the end. It's just the beginning. A chance to start again with knowledge and support and people in your corner. Are you ready? Get out of debt. It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
We're here at the Rooms, finishing our second season of Sharing Our Cultures. This is the place where you get to meet amazing individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds who are making significant contributions to our communities. Join us for Sharing Our Cultures on Rogers TV, Channel 9.
Welcome back to the second intermission. Bill Hart, Ben Murphy with you. We all love a good hockey story, and there's a good one sitting on the Worcester Railers bench in the form of Matt Jenkins, who is the backup goalie tonight for the Railers. He is a 29-year-old, and earlier this week he was tending the net for the Eastern Ontario Senior Hockey League. Wow. Emergency call-up, and now he's playing professional hockey. Stories like this, I mean, you just can't help but love every time you hear them.
Yeah, I mean, they always do make for such a great story, especially in the odd time where you see a player like that actually have to draw into the game and play.
Yes.
I mean, we saw it at the NHL level with David Ayers when he jumped in net for the Carolina Hurricanes. Yes. We all know exactly how that one went, Bill. So as Leafs fans, we will reserve comment. But
that's right.
Nonetheless, just a tremendous story there to see him, you know, and to get to make the trip to Newfoundland on top of that as well.
Right. Now, he was born in Charlottetown, PEI, so we're not sure if he's ever visited the island before, but he seems to be pretty A-okay. Another player that we watched and we were commenting off air about was Connor McCarthy, defenseman for the Railers, and I said to you, he looks pretty tall. And we did some digging. He's 6'7", 238 pounds. I'm wondering if hockey doesn't work out, maybe a career in professional wrestling. Always a possibility.
Maybe basketball, you know.
Basketball, right?
Something knows wrong. Maybe he could join the Rogues. We don't know. There's lots of options, but just a monstrosity of a human being out on the ice for the Railers.
Checking out some scores from around the league. We're keeping an eye on other teams in the North Division tonight. Of course, tonight we have a North Division rivalry heating up at the CBS Arena. We have Utah trailing Adirondack 1-0 in the first. Reading and Norfolk, they're scoreless in the first. Trois-Rivières and the Maine Mariners just getting underway. Both teams 2 victories on the season so far and hoping to get their third tonight. And the Toronto Marlies, they are off tonight. They have a couple of games in Chicago against the Wolves.
And speaking of the Toronto Marlies, a couple of our Growlers from last weekend recalled to the Marlies this week after great performances last weekend. That's Matt Hellickson and Noel Hoffenmeyer on the blue line. The Growlers are really missing Noel Hoffenmeyer tonight. Yes. He has been a tremendous presence on that blue line for the Growlers, both speed, skill, and size. Really good with his stick, really good in his own zone, takes care of his own end first. Matt Hellickson, unfortunately, took a pretty bad crack in last Friday night's game and didn't draw into the lineup for the rest of the weekend. The Marlies clearly liked what they did see and called him up.
All right, so we're getting ready now for what's going to be a fun third period. The Newfoundland Growlers trail 2-1. Let's see what goes down. We'll throw it out to the call, the play-by-play with Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts.
Of course, at a party and James Malindi were behind it.
That is such a good joke because it just builds.
Classic hockey prank.
Oh, yeah. When you think initially you've lost it, oh, man.
But it kept happening, and eventually he clued in. So I remembered this when I was, I passed by Marcus the other day, and I said, Marcus, you have all your socks this year? Are they all accounted for? And he said, yeah, Bally Boy. He said, I'm too old for that now, he said. And I'm like, okay, Marcus, okay. So you're a wily veteran now, but I don't know, maybe we'll have to talk to James.
Adam Hardy's the one who's like initiating this back.
Right, yeah, too old. Anyway, we're back underway here, creating our own fun in the booth. Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts hoping for a good third period here, and it's got to start better than this. The Growlers inside their own zone, under some pressure as it comes up top for Spets. Down low, redirected right into the midsection. Josephik, how was he allowed in that danger area right alongside Cormier?
I also don't think Josephik saw how much time and room he had, because I don't think he would have went for the single redirection. He probably would have pulled that out front, trying to go backhand, as he had all the time and all the room in the world.
I'd love to see the Growlers come out with a quick one here in the third period, trailing by 1 after 40 minutes, and that one bounced right in on Cormier. Another face-off.
Cormier's not going to let anything to play here at this point. I think he's going to try to play it safe and cover everything that's coming this way.
And let's be honest, he's played well enough for this hockey team to be ahead right now. He's allowed 2 on 17. It's not like the wheels have come off his game here.
No.
Growlers got to get out of their own zone to start anything ahead. That's going to be knocked away from Schazowski, and in come the Railers off the turnover. Going in wide for a drive there. That one this wide of the cage. That was Adams on the try. Centering effort there off the stick. That'll be held in and snapped. Nice block by Schazowski. Stung him in the hand a little bit as the Growlers clear the zone. Mike Cornell for John Fergelli. Up on the left-hand side. Backpedaling into center is Rapace. He'll send it in. Cormier has a look. Plays it high off the glass toward the line. It lands for Skirving. Skirving chipped it right into the Growler bench with a $1.10 gone here in the period.
The $1.10, and we have not seen the puck in the Railers zone yet. I mean, it's just not the start that we had anticipated coming off a good tail end of the second period there.
And heading into this game in general, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The Growlers they took 2 of 3 from a team that is on paper better than Worcester. Yep. They ended it with a 5-0 whacking.
Their first shutout of the year as well. Like, it's not adding up right now. The team needed to pull momentum into this game with them from last weekend, and it just feels like they kind of came in expecting a bit easier game. Yeah.
And they have been met with a little difficulty, but nonetheless, still early stages of this season.
Railers also looking to snap a 3-game losing streak, and so that, that sits on them as well, that they're going to do what they need to do to win.
Desperation is winning this hockey game so far as we kick off. Sorry, I did not mean to poke you there. Here come the Growlers, partial odd man rush, left-hand side. Susie trying to dance it in on goal. He did, however, draw a penalty. So with 1:29 gone. Wait. Yes. Yes.
Melindy starts moving towards the penalty box naturally.
Like, hang on. I need to be sure about myself on this one. But yes, that is Christensen in the penalty box, and no better time for the first power play of the game for Newfoundland. Early in the third period, trailing by 1. They've got Nathan Knoll, the Super Noobs. We got to come up with a line name for that unit.
Maybe we'll see what they want to do.
Here's O'Brien harassing Cornell in the corner. He'll play it away softly. Fergelli got to it. Bouncing puck cleared by Worcester. All the way behind the net goes Cormier. Puts it on a tee for Brennan Kapchek. Kapchek carries to center. Almost lost it in the skates. Centazzo's upended. He'll leave it for Marcus Power. Power trying to find O'Brien in the very high slot there, broken up but held at the line. Centazzo back down low to O'Brien. O'Brien, patient with the puck, comes back up top. It's Kapchek with it. Back to Centazzo, lets it fly. He scores! Oren Centazzo! Tie game! The power play goal early in the third.
Doing exactly what needed to happen there. Bodies in front, high shot. That was a high shot from the high slot, rather. Low shot coming in unseen by Appleby. And you know what? This is what the Growlers needed. Maybe this is the line for the power play that they needed as well to click.
I'm not sure even Oren Centazzo would have been my pick to be on that power play unit, but good on the gut reaction by Eric Wellwood, and just to put him out there. And he's been the kind of guy, I spoke with him earlier. I said, "Oh, see, you're playing really well." He's like, "I got to score a couple more, man." He knows. He knows what he's capable of. A sniper in the Western Hockey League. And the Growlers buzzing, looking for another one. Isaac Johnson tried a toe track from his knees. You got to appreciate the effort, but that was not worked. And it's cleared away by Worcester. Loose in the corner. Straight up and away comes Newfoundland again. Oren Centazzo gets his second of the year to tie this game. O'Brien and Kapchek pick up the helpers on Centazzo's second goal of the year. Left wing side, Skirving. Played down low, Gordy Green. Oh, nice smart play by Melindy. Thought about activating up off the line, but Worcester turned it back quickly. Bebo into the offensive zone. Puck ends up, oh! Centazzo stepped on the puck as he was heading the wrong way, and a shot over the cage by Smotherman. A try in from short range, stopped again, and the net was knocked off, but put back on by Cormier. Centazzo can't get to that loose puck. Great start to this period here for Newfoundland. I hope Centazzo's okay. He took a hard thwack into the boards.
He just tried to hit McCarthy. I think he's doing all right. A guy that's double his size for sure.
James Melindy finds Zach O'Brien down the right wing side. He's knocked to the ice, lost control of the puck. O'Brien Just now getting to his feet is Rapace. Sends it across onside for Hayhurst. Melindy stays with him, no shot. Back up top it goes. Cornell fires. A great block by Susie. Nobody knows where it is. He's got a 2-on-2 with O'Brien. Here's Zach O'Brien. Right wing side, a shot. That's knocked away by Appleby. 3:10 gone here in the third period. The Growlers buzzing now, looking for the go-ahead goal. They found the equalizer off the stick of Orange Centazzo. Through traffic, Marcus Power able to hold the line only temporarily. Callan worked it back in his own zone. Off the glass to center ice, Matteo Pietranero. Nice job taking the body, left the puck behind. And Marcus Power gets it at center ice, hands off to O'Brien, trying to chip it in deep. It's ripped out to center, and Kapchak. Great play back to Pietranero as the Growlers wasting no time moving it up ice. Left wing side, in comes Schazowski. Sharp angle off the pads of Ken Appleby. The Growlers doing what we said, Kellyanne. Maybe they have a broadcast feed in the locker room there.
I almost hope they do.
I'm confident they do not. The Railers, though, not going to go away without a fight. Cross ice, Isaac Johnson. Oh, that could have been a penalty. Instead, the Railers get control of the offensive zone. Out and good off the goalpost. I don't even think that was a Railer. That was outside the line. Oh, a big miss by the officials.
I think everyone's just still looking at how that just missed the net.
The Railers, sharp angle, loose underneath Cormier, and he's got it underneath him.
Growlers doing a better work here. We're seeing that puck movement we know to come from them, but still some things that they definitely can improve on, but definitely a big improvement from what we saw in the second period.
Oh, absolutely. All over them this period, Kellyanne. 3 shots so far in the frame, make it 4 now for Worcester, and for Newfoundland, well, 4. Also, I wish that had been a higher number to prove my point.
Yeah,
It feels like the gap in shots is a little higher than it was, but turns out I'm just bad at math this whole time.
We established we're not.
Here comes the Growlers. Skirving was spun into the ice. That's going to be turned back. Christensen off a body. Look at the reach there on Pomerleau, and he's going to throw a nice check against Smotherman. Good poke check there, still not out of harm's way. Vesey knocked down. He'll pop up. Melindy stuck by him and plays a pass ahead. Susie turned it over. Now a 3-on-1 into the offensive zone, and it's tipped over the net by Smotherman. Taken away by Skirving. Todd Skirving hits center ice. He has Gordy Green with him, picks up speed. Skirving tries, that's going to be off his stick over the net. He'll pick it back up as it stayed in play. Skirving to the line. Pietranero holds. He'll absorb it. Check, what a move. Pietranero looks up top. Big rebound for Gordy Green. He couldn't stuff it home. It was taken back by Fergelli. Loose in the corner. Fergelli's in a battle with 2 Growlers. Marcus Power got his stick on it. Comes to the line. And away comes Rapace. Cross heights. Skating in with speed is Fergelli. Slams on the brakes. What a play. Oh, what a save by Cormier. A second save, and he's got it covered. There you go, Kellyanne. A boost of energy thanks to a big save by Cormier.
Absolutely. This is the second time, and I didn't note it the first time because I was hoping it was a one-off, but the Growlers, when they're coming back, again, we're seeing both defensemen go to the player with the puck, leaving a guy open, and that first forward back, you pick him up, but when they have an opportunity like that.
Welcome back. We're going to take a little break here during the third period of play. We do have a correction. Now, the ECHL.com website, and we talked about Matt Jenkins earlier of the Eastern Ontario Senior Hockey League, and you made a mention that, I know Matt Jenkins as well. Turns out they are the same people. While the ECHL website may be okay, Mary Jenkins sent us an email, and we thank you for that. The Matt Jenkins that's sitting on the bench right now for the Worcester Railers plays for the CBS Blues.
And once played for the St. John's Privateers in the Newfoundland and Labrador Under-18 AAA Hockey League as well. A great goaltender all while growing up, and I was fortunate enough to get to play against Matt Jenkins. I don't think I ever scored a goal on him, which makes sense.
There you go. So Matt Jenkins, emergency call-up for the Worcester Railers this evening, and he's there on the bench right now. Mary, thank you so much for sending that in to us. We'll always trust Mary before we trust ECHL.com from here on in. All right, we're going to throw it back to Chris Ballard and, of course, the play-by-play call during the third period here on Rogers TV.
Or are you kind of a...
Oh, I like like to get it done in regulation.
Oh, but maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment.
Oh, yeah. But I might just like, it's too early in the season. My anxiety levels do not need that just yet.
Chris Ballard
Next homestand.
Kellyanne Roberts hates overtime.
I don't hate it. It's just too early in the season for it.
Oh, but the it's 7 minutes in the ECHL. That's a long time for 3-on-3.
Very long time.
Here comes Kapchek. He had his stick lifted. Rapace tries to turn it in. He's bodied hard by McCourt. Still pinned along that left wing boards inside the Newfoundland zone. Nice job there. That puck really hasn't moved, and it's taken Marcus Power ahead for Nathan Knoll. Trying to fling it across for O'Brien. Marcus Power had the stick knocked out of his hands at center by Thompson. But the puck's taken away by McCourt. He'll find Nathan Knoll, who sends it in deep. Nathan Knoll giving chase. He'll body Cornell hard down there. Scrum behind the net for the puck, and it's pulled away by Worcester. 12:35 to go in the third of a 2-2 game. Across the line, good defense by Riley McCourt, getting just enough to knock it away, and here comes Trent Bork. All the way to center, sends this one in deep. Ken Appleby had to glove it down from himself there. The Growlers complete a partial line change as Malatesta settles, and away comes Worcester. Down the left wing with some speed is Adams. Adams all the way into the left wing corner, centering try, that one off the mark. Big hit there in the corner. The Growlers picking up every facet of their game, it feels like. A little more physical, a little more offensive, and that one off a body in front, wide of the cage. Nice effort by Worcester to try and bat that out of midair, but it misses wide. Into the air, under the scoreboard, and it lands for Isaac Johnson. Oh my goodness, what a play! And on goal! Oh, a better save made by Appleby. What a stop. Now that, Appleby.
Oh yeah, that was a great opportunity. Isaac Johnson really chasing that puck down, pulling it inside, and then pulling it back into control as it had been bouncing, but just couldn't complete it.
Great play by Pietro Nero to knock Drew Callan down. Now it's loose behind the Newfoundland zone, and it's Todd Skirving who picks it up. Great play ahead for Oren Centazzo. He's got the game-tying goal. He's spun into the ice, no call again.
Ref just letting all of this play out.
11-11 remaining, make a wish. As the Growlers wish for some more offense, Gordy Green, the right wing corner, had his stick lifted, and it's cleared and gloved down at center by Melindy. Melindy not going to let Christensen pass him there as Skirving frees it up for Pietro Nero. Pietro Nero, a nice shimmy there to get some room, but he couldn't find the puck. It rolls into neutral ice, and it's going to be picked up by Skirving for a 3-on-2. Skirving to Gordy Green on the right wing side. He'll play it down low. Skirving stick lifts against McCarthy, but the Railers get the puck at least temporarily. Skirving, Susie putting in nice work down there. Puck comes to the line. Kapchek holds. Kapchek trying to get some room toward the ice. Along the ice was Susie, and that one just missed wide, and we might be trading chances for a little while here. Feels like a one back and forth all night here, at least in the third.
Yeah, both teams really hungry for this. The Railers really matching the Growlers' energy.
Here they come on the right wing side. O'Brien has power with them. O'Brien trying to find a lane. Oh, no, what a bad save again. I'm not sure Appleby saw that shot.
Just followed the man, which was the best thing he could have done with Zach O'Brien.
Hayhurst back the other way, gets it across the right wing side. Rapace. That ends up over the mesh and out of play with half a period to go. 9:56 remaining. Is that person okay? Yep, they're showing off.
Oh yeah, they got the puck. They're down.
I think that happened last night in some game in the Detroit Washington game.
Oh yeah.
A fan got really hurt by a puck.
Yeah, it's definitely something to be aware of here.
Let's focus on something good that happened in that game. Former Ice Cap Zach Bukowski made his NHL debut and pitched a shutout for the Washington Capitals.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah, it's not easy to do when you're a seasoned NHL veteran.
Yeah, Sam not a goaltender.
It's even harder again when you're a rookie, and double hard when you're an older rookie like Zach is.
Yeah.
Triply hard when it's your first ever NHL game. So we are thrilled for Zach. Congrats, old friend. He played for Brampton when I was there, so I got to know Zach quite well as Trent Bork gets it, sends it wide, but all kinds of room, side door! Net's knocked off its pegs. Oh, baby, the Growlers are buzzing.
They're clicking here now. They've gotten a taste of it, and they're going for it. And you know, the Railers also counting with their own game here and coming down on the 2-on-1s. They're putting pucks there. They're not even trying to get the full shot off. They're just throwing their stick forward, really looking for the redirection at this point, and that's how that puck came out of play earlier. But the Growlers countering here with this great offensive rush that we're beginning to see a lot more of, coming down low below the goal line, looking out front, trying to generate anything but athlete, following the play extremely well.
And folks, don't forget, we're back in action here tomorrow night. We're back on Rogers. You can hear us on Mixler. We'll be on Flow Hockey. Or honestly, with the volume in this place, you can probably just stick your head out your window and hear it.
Oh, absolutely. It's rocking.
Oh, and now Centazzo had his stick slashed out of his hands and broken. No call. But that shouldn't be a surprise.
We got an extra whistle here. No, at this point, they're just letting everything go. Fitting music.
I love this song regardless. It's a great track. So Centazzo has some fresh, I was going to say wood, but when was the last time you used a wooden hockey stick?
The two-piece ones where you had to use the heat gun to get the blade.
I mean, I appreciate your candor in that answer. It's a Growlers. Oh, that was flipped out of play. That's a delay of game penalty on the Worcester Railers. So maybe the Growlers, right when we thought the whistle was away, may have caught a break. I mean, it's hard not.
I was going to say, I think that's when you had to blow the whistle down for the playways, but Growlers having just scored on the power play. Looking like they've got this similar line out there that we saw before. Oren Centazzo on the back end of it. Zach O'Brien on the far side. Looking to generate some more magic out there.
Face off to the left of Appleby. He's been the busier of the two goaltenders, 27 saves to his credit. Off the glass, held by Kapchek down to his knees. Great play. Nathan Knoll along the right wing boards, absorbs a check, back to Kapchek it goes. O'Brien top of the circle, through the middle. That was tipped away from Nathan Knoll, but O'Brien absorbs a check. Nathan Knoll fighting with him to try and free it back up along the right wing boards. Huge battle, all but three players in the middle of it, and Kapchek gets it. Beautiful feed through the legs. Centazzo played behind the net, rolling puck, stopped by O'Brien on the right wing corner. O'Brien, backhand feed up top to Kapchek. Swings it across to Centazzo. Blocked, but right back onto the tape of Kapchek. O'Brien, high slot Centazzo. His rip is over the cage. And it bounces off the back glass and lands on top of the net for a whistle.
I think this is my favorite power play unit that I've seen from the Growlers so far.
Me too.
In this season. They're moving the puck really well. They're looking for that open shot. They're not holding on to it for too long, waiting for the perfect play, rather than looking for who's open, who can get a shot off to his body's in front.
8:41 left in the third period. A goal here would be a pretty big deal for the Newfoundland Growlers. To the right of Appleby this time. Face-off one all the way back to the point for O'Brien. Right wing boards. He'll walk it halfway down. Kapchek leaves it. Top of the left circle for Centazzo. Down low. Back up top. Almost booted. Nathan Knoll now behind the net. Knoll on the backhand. Leaves it free for O'Brien. Back up for Kapchek. Fakes the shot. Back up top to O'Brien. Kapchek again. Redirected in front. Nice play right down the middle, but stopped by Appleby on the 30th shot of the game. 50 seconds of power play time remaining. Still loose behind the net. The Growlers thought they came away with it, but it's located and cleared by Worcester. Pardon me. 8:05 to go here in the third. 35 seconds of power play time and a new unit on the ice for Newfoundland. Riley McCourt skates it ahead. The drop pass lands for Isaac Johnston. He'll start it up ice. Johnston carries all the way in himself on the right wing. Into the corner. Snap behind the net. All the way back to the left point for Pietranero. Matteo Pietranero down low to Isaac Johnston. Walks behind the net. Oh, and what a beautiful opportunity. That was Schazowski rather. And it was Johnston who just barely missed on the shot.
Just couldn't get all of it there.
8 seconds to go on this power play as Riley McCourt thought about passing, skates it in instead. Listen to how loud that stick is from Cormier. He's out of the box. Now the Growlers got to hurry. Thompson, look at the wheels on Pietranero. Knocking that puck out of harm's way. Great fighting save by Cormier. And the Growlers loose in their own zone. Skating in to pick it up is Cornell. His shot was blocked. He's dumped along the boards. Pietranero doing his best to keep his man tied up. Up top for Gelly. What a goal save by Congan! But Kellyanne, I can see you gesturing wildly. They had a man side door ready to tuck that in.
Drew Gallen just there by himself in front all the time to screen Cormier, and if a rebound was there to put it away. And it's just my pet peeve. It's just the one thing I've never liked is that no one should be alone in front. They just shouldn't be.
To the right of Cormier we go. 7:03 remains here in the third. It's the far and away the most entertaining period of a hockey game.
Absolutely.
That's the good news.
It's like a brand new hockey game out here right now.
It feels that way. There's definitely a new energy in this game, thanks to the good start turned in by Newfoundland here in the period. Cleared away by Newfoundland. Centazzo. Oh, and Todd Skirving charging in with speed. Couldn't free it up. Cleared in by Callan of the Worcester Railers. Behind the net. Nice check there. Knocked Bork away into the air. Beautiful play there by Brendan Soucy to hit it out of midair and out of the zone. Centazzo gets it out as well. Played ahead by Soucy. Puck left behind and inadvertently cleared by Worcester. McCarthy puts it all the way back in his own zone. Melindy, the whole unit heads off for a change with 6:25 remaining here in the third period. Tie game. The Worcester Railers and the Newfoundland Growlers. In over the line is Bebo. Might have hit a stanchion, took a funny hop, and it's yet again inadvertently cleared by Worcester as Malatesta in his own zone plays catch with his partner down there, McGurty, and now McGurty starts the rush, chips it off the boards and in deep. Cormier out of his cage, left it for Pomerleau. He'll wrap it free for O'Brien, and Nathan Knoll to the line, not out. Held by Christensen. He'll pirouette himself into the ice. Sends it down low, collected loose behind the net. Pomerleau, nice job all the way out in front, held it at the blue line by McGurty. He'll send it right back in, 5:40 to go. Nice work along the boards in his own zone by Nathan Knoll. Still the scrum continues. Bebo ran out of ice against Pomerleau, and Garrett Johnston, his first shift maybe of the period here. Nice little play to free it up and find some space for himself. There's Pomerleau, back to Garrett Johnston. Up on the right wing side, connects with Centazzo. He has some speed, had it poke checked off his stick, but he'll skate behind the net, trying to pick it back up. It is cleared the length of the ice. Now here comes Cormier, way out of his net, loose into the corner. He lost the foot race. Oh, and thankfully the pass intercepted by Isaac Johnson, and away he comes. Offside of the Growlers with under 5 minutes to go. Well, I love the confidence on display here tonight from Evan Cormier, even if my anxiety doesn't love it.
I think my heart stopped.
Well, we expected this. A lot of fast-paced, hard-hitting hockey. Both the Railers and the Newfoundland Growlers did not disappoint so far.
No, lots of good scoring chances from both sides. Bill, we're seeing lots of back-and-forth action. The Growlers are starting to pull away in terms of shots on goal, and they've really had the bulk of the good scoring chances so far in this period. Worcester has played a great game, though. They've really brought it to the table for this whole, almost 55 minutes now. And they've played a complete game, probably one of their best so far this year. They're going to be disappointed if they don't get 2 points tonight, but as are the Newfoundland Growlers.
Well, this is the first game of a 3-game set here at the CBS Arena, and you know darn well, no matter what the outcome of this game, the opposing team that loses is going to be just spitting fire and brimstone tomorrow.
And Bill, I don't want to jinx anything yet, but there is a chance we could get some free extra hockey here tonight if things don't change in the next 5 minutes. We could see overtime. I would imagine the Growlers and the Railers would like to put this to bed before overtime.
Yes.
But we could get some excitement out here in CBS tonight.
Back to Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts on Rogers TV.
Building, and a building that is pretty, and the ice crew as well.
They have forgotten the shovel, I believe. They're on it.
Mike Cornell, God love him. Maybe he was saying, this is kind of a nice shovel. Maybe I'll take this back to Worcester, because Lord knows they get some snow there.
We had awful snow on the drive home Friday night. I'm just saying, if it's like that tonight, I'm taking one of those with me.
I would rather not relive the terror that was my drive home on Friday.
We're both taking
It's
shovels.
kind of a trigger for me now, so let's just breeze right past that.
All right.
Chipped in deep by Worcester, under 5 to play of a tie game here. Clearing attempt, 2 clearing attempts, both blocked in front by Newfoundland. They'll get it out to center, Spets. Nice job handling that puck. Sent right back in by Worcester, left-hand side, Callan. Oh no, that's a delay of game penalty on the Newfoundland Growlers.
Trying to argue that it really shouldn't be, but and the linesman piping in here.
And Bork is saying no, there's no chance.
Oh, he's not happy with it. He doesn't think it should be a call, but
he was, I can read his lips, he said it's off the glass. And it was. I mean, I thought so.
The linesman seemed to think so. But
well, Trent Bork not happy with the call on the ice. Delay of game penalty, and the Growlers, with only 4:29 remaining, find themselves down a man. Nathan Knoll able to win the draw. Pietronero, quick clear, out. Look at Nathan Knoll. He's going to be the first man back to the puck, forcing Appleby to play it. Played it. Luckily for him, his defenseman was right there. And now Christensen back in for Worcester. Weaves in over the line for Rapace. Rapace! Oh, what a save! And a clear by Newfoundland. The net's knocked off. No whistle again. Forcing Cormier to do the official's job and put it back on the pegs.
Both goaltenders having to do that a few times this game.
That's true. Good block and neutral ice there by Schazowski. He'll chase Fergelli into his own end. Schazowski all over Fergelli. 3:45 to go. Already 45 seconds gone off that penalty. Christensen just now gets in over the line. That's going to be cleared away.
It's almost like Schazowski thought that was going to be a penalty because he kind of waited with the puck there for a moment before really clearing it, and not like a waiting because you know you need to eat the clock kind of wait.
Chipped off the boards on the right wing side. The Growlers had a few chances. It comes across to VC. VC left-hand side, knocked down in the slot, all alone in front. Great recovery by Skirving to knock it out of harm's way, and it comes out Nathan Knoll. He'll chip it free. He's hauled out. You've got to be kidding me. I don't need to say anything else about that. The crowd said it for us. Absolutely brutal.
That was a clear, about to be breakaway. It
could have been a penalty shot. Now, here's Zach O'Brien, only 18 seconds left on the kill. O'Brien, cap check, almost snuck in behind. A great effort there, 2:40 to go, and only 10 seconds left on the man advantage.
Growlers really looking to put one away here, especially after that non-call, trying to make both ends of the ice
well,
pay
here
for
comes
it.
Trent Bork. We're back to 5 aside. Hayhurst trying to go wide around Pomerleau. Pomerleau knocked him off the puck. O'Brien, someone was real furious. There's a shot into the catching glove of Cormier. No rebound, 2:16 to play. Here in the third of a tie game, 2-2. Well, all the ups and downs has made for a pretty darn entertaining third period, Gillian.
Definitely the best period of the hockey game so far. But it definitely can only be the best period of the hockey game at this point because it's the last one. But the Growlers really picking up the pace of the game, their speed, their passes. But you know what? Railers also countering that as well. They played a great offensive game.
Growlers still battling for that puck inside their own zone. Loose underneath the sea of bodies. Smotherman tries to get loose around Bork. Puck is still being contended, and there's Smotherman. Comes away out of the corner with it. Gordy Green stays on top of him. Losing his stick is Bork. He's still freed up the puck. What a play by Trent Bork. And here come the Growlers on a breakout. It's Schazowski with 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Lifted away. First man back is Kapchek. Has to hurry. Plays it away from Bevo to Pietronero. Sauced ahead to Gordy Green. Green gets by his man in the right wing corner. Behind the net. Out in front and in on goal. It's still loose. Misplayed by Appleby, but out of harm's way. Kapchek had it. Lost it. Now they got to hurry back. Gordy Green does. And he'll free it back to Pietronero. Under 90 seconds to go. Off the stick of Isaac Johnson and in deep. The crowd trying to buoy the boys into a late finish here. Just about a minute remaining. 1:10. Long pass off the stick of Pomerleau. Played away, but held in at the line by Adams. Sending it in. 1 minute left. Callan bodied hard by Bork. Bork stays with him and rides him into the boards again. Nathan Knoll trying to keep it pinned behind the net. That's what Bork's trying to do as well. Pomerleau pulls it loose. spins away from trouble and sends a pass ahead. Marcus Power has to hurry back to pick it up. Marcus Power, he's knocked down, lost control of the puck. Pomerleau tries to get it back. Centering play, loose, still loose. Oh, and it never reached the cage. 30 seconds to go. Right wing corner. Marcus Power trying to free it up. It's pinned underneath Pomerleau. Pomerleau worked it free. Clearing attempt off the pads and held in by Christensen. Down low behind the net. Callan tried to center. 15 seconds left on the clock. Nathan Knoll trying to get away with it. Fergelli has it. Fergelli into the high slot. Gets it back. Fires. And a save made by Cormier. 5.8 seconds left in the third period.
Great job by the Growlers defense there to rather than rushing a play and trying to make a quick pass that wasn't a clear pass at this point, to take their time, hold the puck against the board. You'd rather eat this clock down, go into overtime, than to give up an unnecessary pass that could lead to a turnover out front and an opportunity. So great job by the Growlers there to really try to control the last remaining seconds of this game.
Face off to the left of Evan Cormier with 5.8 seconds to go. Huge face-off win. Pietro Nero wants to keep it pinned in the right wing corner. And for the first time this season, your Newfoundland Growlers are headed to overtime.
It'll be interesting on this ice surface as well.
Final shots in regulation, 29-27 for Nuo. I almost fell out of the booth. I was perilously close to losing it all just now. I'm on top of a riser, and I almost stepped backward to my own doom, but we're fine.
We're good.
My heart rate is just now normalizing.
All right, here at the play, we are even at 2. That means overtime awaits. Bill Hart and Ben Murphy here. And let's check out that goal that led us to this extra period of hockey.
Warren Centazzo made no mistake on the power play. What a shot, what a release, and made no mistake finding the back of the net on that one. Top right corner to knot this game up at 2. We've seen a lot of back and forth chances, Bill, since then. And it felt like at any moment one of these two teams were going to break through and we're going to find the back of the net to pick up a win in this game, but no, sir. It's been a bit of a goalie battle to this point. Cormier looking good in the Growlers' net. Appleby looking good in the Railers' net.
All right.
Overtime should favor the Growlers.
That buzzer indicates some extra hockey, so let's throw it back to Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts on Rogers TV.
The ice, so that's not really going to play a factor for either, because that kind of X-nays each other.
Well, it looks like the Growlers have their 3 on the ice, and it is almost no surprise. It's Brendan Kapchak on the back end with Zach O'Brien and Marcus Power. The goalies have switched ends.
O'Brien really looking to hopefully get this overtime game winner. I think that would really solidify the monkey off the back.
I agree. 7 minutes on the clock, and this overtime period is underway as the Railers win the draw, and that's Mike Cornell leaving it ahead, and here comes Worcester over the line. Hayhurst, he's forced back into neutral ice thanks to an aggressive forecheck by Brennan Kapchak. In their own zone, now hitting center, that's VC over the line, cuts wide on the left-hand side. That's going to be Hayhurst leaving it back for VC. Puck in the corner, loose and picked up again by Worcester. Right wing side, out of the corner, and a shoulder save made by Cormier. How did Worcester pick that puck back up? But it's covered by Cormier. 6:21 to go in the extra period. Free hockey here tonight in CBS.
What I love about 3-on-3 hockey is that you're not just looking to stay in the offensive zone. It's okay to come out, move the puck, regroup because there's less bodies. It makes that opportunity to come in a bit quicker. The Growlers really having to go to that triangle while the Railers can move the puck around. One of the reasons they could pick that puck up behind the net.
That's going to be picked up by Centazzo. He's in a foot race against Malatesta. He got there, got a shot off, and it's stopped by Appleby. What a play by Centazzo. And he's going to steal the puck. Up top to McCourt. McCourt for Centazzo, a one-timer off the end boards. Frenetic pace here to begin overtime. And Adams settles it for Worcester with Schazowski bearing in on him, watching him behind the net. Schazowski follows him out. Adams into the offensive zone, hands up. There's the drive, what a save on the arm of Cormier. Christensen being watched, dishes back to Adams. Adams wide of the cage, second try, that may have hit the goalpost. Growlers on their heels here. That's going to come away, and the Growlers get control. There goes Sintazo. Played ahead. He's not going to catch up to that puck. The Growlers quickly change as it snapped ahead. A 2-on-2 rush. There's Thompson going wide around Pietranero. Great play by Pietranero to keep him wide. Oh, and they pan on the play in front. Isaac Johnson settles in his own zone for Nathan Knoll, but he can only force it to center. Thompson over the line. Drop pass to Rapace, dropped off again, and that could be a steal. Oh, and Pietranero at least able to clear the zone, trying to get in over the line. Nathan Knoll able to hold it, at least temporarily. He will hold it. Here's Nathan Knoll into the slot. Knoll to the backhand. It's blocked, and now they got to hurry back again. Under 5 minutes to play in overtime. Rapace lumbers into the offensive zone slowly, but leaves it for the trailer. Smotherman stopped, and back comes Nathan Knoll. He's on a breakaway. Nathan Knoll stopped by Appleby. Oh, baby, what a stop by the goaltender.
Appleby really showing his veteran ability here, reading that play the entire way back. But oh my goodness, Nathan Knoll really picking that one up. I think both teams, all players in the ice running out a little bit of gas there. A lot of excitement happening.
4:27 to go here in overtime. O'Brien, Power, and Kapchek back out onto the ice. Great play by Nathan Knoll again. Face off this one. Marcus Power fighting for it. He'll get it to Kapchek at center. Played back for Marcus Power. All the way into his own zone. Looking to get a bit of a rush going. Here's O'Brien. At his own blue line just now. Rupt and crisscrosses with Power. Power into the offensive zone across to O'Brien. O'Brien into the high slot. Kapchek picked it up. Right back to O'Brien. O'Brien weaves free. O'Brien almost loose into the corner. Kapchek gets it. Right back up top to O'Brien. O'Brien in the high slot makes his way in toward the goal. And the helmet knocked off the goaltender. There has to be a whistle. Another late whistle by an official as well. That was another one.
Yeah, Appleby really looking around, waiting for the whistle to go on that before he steps out to pick that up.
3:46 to go here in the overtime period. Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts. It's been a fun evening. A point has been earned on both sides already here.
Will someone get the second one?
Schazowski, McCourt, and Gordy Green on the ice. The face-off won by Worcester. That's Malatesta for Callan along the right wing side. Callan leaves it along the left. Crisscrosses, swinging away from his man. That's Hayhurst. Staying right with him is Gordy Green, but he lost his man. Malatesta, oh, what a save! And played ahead. Goes Schazowski. He's in a foot race. He's all alone. Schazowski, backhand, oh, he missed the net on the backhand. Now Drew Callan. The Growlers may be caught on a line change. Callan fires wide. Gordy Green able to pull it off the boards in his own zone to the line, held in. Forced out though is Callan, 3 minutes left in the extra frame. Right wing side is Fergelli. John Fergelli. A soft shot toward the cage is knocked away. Nathan Knoll down there. Knocked his man off the puck. Still battling. Those two tumble right on top of it. 2:45 left in overtime. Nathan Knoll pinned right in front of the official. He's manhandling him. What else do you need to see?
His helmet's off.
Unbelievable.
Oh, like, he's willing it on essentially, but
now Nathan wants to go.
At that point, why wouldn't you? You're in a headlock for a solid 15 seconds.
Like, I understand that calling a penalty in overtime is a tough thing to do, but I'm sorry, if a guy is on top of another and rips his helmet off, that's probably one of those times where it's okay to call a penalty in overtime.
It's literally right in front of you. Like, you can't make it more in front of you.
Nathan Knoll, it's a hero's welcome to the penalty box. 2:36 to go in overtime, and the excitement just keeps on coming.
They're going to play 3-on-3 continuous here still.
They should go to 2-on-2. That's what they should do. I'll write a letter.
Who are you putting out there on a 2-on-2?
You and me, Kellyanne. You and me. Cover a lot of ice. The real answer, I would have one forward, one D, and it would be O'Brien and McCourt.
Or Kapchak.
Yeah, it was
In
a
this
tough
game,
choice.
in this game, I mean, like, there's no bad choice.
And it's O'Brien,
Maybe some
Kapchak,
Chazo. He's a
and
playbook.
Market. Great point. Marcus Power with O'Brien and Kapchak.
Official here speaking with the penalty box, trying to figure out, I think, the official call for it.
One of our fans on Mixler said, do one-on-one, just the goalies.
That would be very interesting.
I'm here for it. Outside the offensive zone blue line comes the face-off for Newfoundland. O'Brien on the draw. Against Bebo.
Clock's still not right, so we're gonna hold off on that for a moment.
Yeah, they took all the penalties off. That's the right call. Face-off won by Worcester as Mike Cornell backpedals in his own zone. Sends Thompson ahead on the right wing. O'Brien's back. Way offside there. They'll have to all tag up. Trying again is Thompson. Kapchak stays with him. Left, all the way behind the net is Thompson. Now they call a penalty.
How?
Wide of the cage. Unbelievable. The Railers still have it. Delayed penalty as that one ends up out of play. 2:04 remaining. But ripping a guy's helmet off when you're sitting on his chest is perfectly legal.
I haven't seen the rule book in a while, but I'm gonna go with no.
I think it's in the back somewhere.
Maybe.
It has to be. That's got to be
I
it.
gotta relook at the table of contents.
4-on-3. The Growlers will essentially be shorthanded.
The crowd really showing their displeasure earlier with both calls. Timeout
They've
here.
been bad, Kellyanne. You like that, did you?
Sherlock up here in the broadcast booth.
2:04 remains here in overtime. Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts having some fun with the situation in the broadcast booth. That's all you can do.
Well, I mean, we might get called. We might get a penalty yet.
I'm fine with that. You just gotta serve your 2 minutes and then you're right back out there, you know?
True. Looking like we're gonna have two defensemen out there for the 4-on-3.
That makes sense to me. Ryan Schazowski's the lone forward. He's out with Matteo Pietranero and James Malindi, but that's a lot of ice when you have an extra skater in your Worcester. Cormier has turned in a solid second half of this game. Let's call a spade a spade. He's been amazing.
Mind you, we cannot forget Appleby's save there on Sintezo as well.
Face off into the corner, won by Newfoundland and launched out by Pietranero. Under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Cornell up ice, bit of a rolling puck. Malindi couldn't catch up with his man. It's going to be left behind. Schazowski's going to get to it. He'll clear to center. Mike Cornell starts it up ice. In over the line for Thompson across. Thompson, top of the right wing circle, curls it to the middle. Dropped it back up top for Cornell. Cornell backpedals, hands off to the left-hand side and gets a pass back. Mike Cornell leaves the pass across again for Thompson. Now Cornell. Smotherman one touch across. Thompson again. Thompson waits, finds Cornell back up top. Now a shot, rebound, clear. This is a playoff crowd.
It really is.
Amazing.
It is. Great job by the Growlers there to stay patient, not move out of position too much, and really
1 minute
knock that
remaining
down.
here in overtime. Skirving out there. Tried to get a reach in. Back up top and wide of the cage. Right wing side. Good play by Pomerleau. He'll clear the zone, tumbling that one in the air to center. Glove down and in comes Malatesta. Trying to get a burst of speed. That didn't connect. Smotherman gets across on the right wing side and gets a pass back on the high slot. Across. There's a try. Stopped by Cormier. 30 seconds left. There's Bork. Lifts it to the line and out. 25 seconds on the clock. Right wing side, Hayhurst. Sweeping poke check by Skirving, missed. Here's Drew Callan, 15 seconds to go. Centering feed is blocked. Skirving gives chase, comes up top, and now they call a penalty to Worcester.
10 seconds
Can you
left.
believe that?
You know what? Yeah, at this point, yeah, I do. 10 seconds left. But we're going to be able to see Noel and Christensen come out of the box as their 2 minutes plus is up, as they had to wait for a whistle.
10.5 seconds remain on the clock.
Really, it'll be 4 seconds of a power play for the Growlers.
Now let's see if we can make the most of it. We're just back to 3-on-3. But the best part is it's an offensive zone draw.
I think we're looking for a timeout here for the Growlers.
And they're going to get it.
With the face-off in the offensive zone, not a bad idea to try to set something up. Quick play here off the face-off that's going to happen to the blocker side of Appleby. So we'll see it to his right. Lots of exciting hockey, though, in the last 40 minutes of this hockey game.
Oh, my heart rate's through the roof. I'm having a blast. I am having fun. That sounded maybe a little sarcastic.
No, I picked up on it.
But just at this late in of a game, and this game has given us so much late. Like it just feels like there was.
And I don't think either of us expected this at all when we got here tonight.
No, it just took the Growlers 2 periods to find their groove, and this has been maybe the most entertaining game of the year so far.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, shots even on this point, and both goaltenders doing a phenomenal job.
Unbelievable goaltending on both sides. I would give them both a star regardless. 3 stars tonight should be easy to pick. Your OT winner or, well, no, shootout winner, it gets a little complicated, and then both goalies. I don't know. We'll see.
2 of 3 for
zone
sure.
Draw. It's going to be taken away by Worcester, though. 8 seconds left in overtime. Drew Callan tried for a rush. Here's 1 second left, and nothing O'Brien can do. So we go from our first overtime period of this season to our first shootout. I believe it's 3 shooters aside.
I don't know if my anxiety can handle this.
Oh, yeah.
We're only at game 7 of the season.
I know, we're not supposed to feel this way. Who do you like in this shoot?
Well, extra hockey and then some at the CBS Arena tonight. After 3 periods of play and an overtime, we are still even at 2.
What a back and forth overtime stretch that was. 3-on-3 for 7 minutes. We saw plenty of chances at both sides of the ice, but I definitely was left scratching my head a little bit in that one, Bill. 2 penalties called in the last 2 minutes of overtime. The second one seemed like it was a little bit of a makeup call with just 10 seconds left on the clock. But that first penalty to the Growlers there with just 2 minutes left on the clock seemed very soft to call at this point in the game. It left kind of scratching my head, but no one did score on the power play, so we are off to a shootout.
All right, here we go. Back to Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts.
On Cormier, slow back toward the middle, scores.
Ooh, that was
nice, quick little finish by Christensen. And here comes Zach O'Brien. I can't say I'm shocked.
No, I mean, I guess I'm
Here
not
we
that
go.
I'm not rooting for the guy.
1-0 in the shootout is Worcester. And here comes O'Brien. Cuts wide to the left, back to the middle, slow in on goal, he scores! Oh, he outweighted Appleby on that one and slid it low between his legs.
I didn't think that was,
Me neither.
I needed that light.
That scared me so much. And now it's Hayhurst. You're 2 for 2 for picking Railers here. The lefty Hayhurst in on goal, looking for some room. Can't beat the goaltender.
Cormier almost psyched himself out there.
Why does it? Oh, and a defenseman. Here's Riley McCourt. This is pretty much my pick from earlier.
Does Marcus Howard get a point?
Maybe. Here comes McCourt. The left-handed defenseman in with a little bit of speed. Saved by Appleby, that quick glove. Cut to the backhand, did McCourt. No advantage in the shootout. The next round, Paul Thompson. I think you're 3 for 3. Well, here's Thompson in with speed. Big pass and Cormier.
Growlers could end it here.
I think, and it's Oren Centazzo. Let's go, OC. I believe it's 3. I don't want to be, not that I forget, but anyway, here comes Centazzo. Slowly between the hash marks, in on goal. Oh, and the same move, but he can't beat the glove of Appleby. Will go to round 4. And leading it off is number 11, Nolan Vesey. Another lefty. Cuts in wide. Top of the left wing circles. Swings back to the middle. Can't beat him. No, sir. Cormier was there. And here's Marcus Power. Marcus
the crowd
Power.
wants it for him.
Here he comes. All kinds of speed for Marcus Power. Wide in on goal. One. He scores! Your hometown hero in the shootout is Marcus Power. The Growlers come back to win this one. What a finish.
Oh, that was close. I mean, the crowd, hands down,
It's
amazing.
the first star tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think either way, you both goaltenders, stars on this.
100%.
And then Marcus Power.
What a game for Cormier. He was absolutely solid when called upon late.
That first period and a half, it had me a little nervous, not gonna lie. But then he really just stepped up his game and I think brought in the confidence that this team needed right now.
Unbelievable game. The boys know they got away with one, I think.
The come from behind win.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but this crowd loving it. They're still here.
The 4th round of the shootout. Marcus Power, the hero.
He waited it out. Great
that
job.
was an absolutely gross finish.
Oh, so much speed coming in. I thought for sure he's just coming in, going across, and shooting glove side again.
And this is going to be a weird stat, and you guys will ask me, Chris, why do you remember this? The first ever shootout win in Growlers history was ended by Marcus Power in Reading in the 2018-19 season.
Wow.
Why do I remember that? I had not prepared this note. I just remember that. That's weird.
Well, it came in handy.
Today and today only, you are absolutely right.
Well, maybe he needs to be that final guy for the Growlers on the shootouts.
Brennan Kapchuk, hardest working player. I love that pick.
That's a solid pick.
I think we need a better system down by the locker room for letting guys know that they've been selected for stars and awards, because
I think they were busy celebrating.
Yeah, I love that, Shelly.
Stick over the head, just.
It's old. It's an old video game celebration, is it not?
Is that NHL 99?
I should know that. Zach O'Brien, your number 3 star. Jacob Hayhurst is the second star.
Game.
He was very good.
Goal and an assist.
For a small guy.
I mean, how do you not?
Marcus Power, he's the number 1 star. My question is, how do you not pick a goaltender?
Yeah, I'm a little shocked by that. Definitely both honorable mentions.
Wow, what an exciting contest here.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kellyanne. And there you go. Make the final. The Newfoundland Growlers 3-2 over the Worcester Railers in a shootout. What a game tonight.
Fans definitely got their money's worth tonight in Conception Bay South. Bill, what a game from start to finish. A really back and forth matchup. The Growlers, it's the local talent that gets it done in the shootout.
Right.
Zach O'Brien scores the first one, a beautiful goal through the 5-hole, and it's Marcus Power who puts the game away for the Newfoundland Growlers, waiting out the goalie and burying it.
These two teams will meet again tomorrow night here at the CBS Arena, and again Sunday afternoon, same location, and we'll have all the action for you right here on Rogers TV. Thanks for tuning in on behalf of Ben Cleary and myself, Bill Hart. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
much you won't find at Marie's Mini Mart.